In the NBA, the Cavs are on to the second round after destroying the Miami Heat in Game 4 by 55 to finish the easy sweep. Houston Rockets fell last night to the Golden State Warriors 109-106. Post-draft ramifications follow the Dallas Cowboys as they did not address the number 2 wide receiver in the draft. Nick Harris of the Fort Worth Star-Telegram reports that the is building interest in bringing back free agent Amari Cooper. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. Yes, sir. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm your old pal, AJ. And right over here to my left, looking for his wallet, looking for his snuff, looking for his keys,
looking for
who knows?
Need a pen.
I don't know. He's a... You think Rob was the one that was hungover, but he's not. It's Mr. Rob Thompson. Good morning, Robert.
Good morning. Anybody see my wallet? I can't find my keys.
I called Rob this morning and said, hey, man, I'm a little bit late. I had a time last night. What a morning. And maybe had a little more to drink last night than I should have watching the Rockets game and watching the hockey late last night. And,
screw your little problems.
And Rob's like,
you think you got problems?
Rob's like, hey, man, I lost my wallet. Can you get me some snuff?
No, don't worry. If you're late, no worry. We'll carry it.
Yeah, I got it. I just need you to make a pit stop for me. I was like, Rob, I'm running late. Oh, never mind. I found my wallet.
Oh, never mind.
See you later. And then it just hangs up on me.
Well, you told me you were all right. I got all I needed to hear. And you weren't going to be able to help me. That was strictly a transactional phone call. That really wasn't a checking up on my bro.
No.
That was a guy who was fiending for nicotine at that very moment.
Not how you doing. It's like, you're late? Why? No, it's like, hey, man, you're late? Okay, cool. How about this?
How about you make a pit stop?
Oh, man.
No, brother. I was dealing with the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. No nicotine for 12 hours. I was fiending. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
I was ripping my backpack apart, but I found my wallet.
Hey, that's a big win right there.
You should have seen his face.
Oh, I high-fived Vic, and I haven't high-fived in 15 years, but I high-fived Nick and Vic and Ray, and just headed out the door, baby.
It was one of those days,
There's
baby.
no better feeling than finding your wallet.
That's what Vic said at the moment. He goes, there's no better feeling than that. No,
that is a good
There's only one better one, but...
Yeah, because you're thinking about it like, I got to cancel all these cards,
all
get a
of
new
that.
ID.
That's my drive-in.
It's a huge mess.
Which, by the way, San Antonio, can we schedule this crap out?
What?
I'm all for progress, but you can't, and I know everybody's bitched about this for years, but
what?
You can't have both 1604 and 410
right?
shut down at the same time.
Well,
you can alternate days.
They seem to think they can.
You can go back and forth. You can do every other. You can share. But you can't have the whole city shut down overnight.
They don't seem to mind. They don't seem to mind doing
what a
that.
Nightmare, man. And it's my Waze. I use it every morning because of this. But my Waze can't keep up.
No.
Yesterday it saved me because they're repaving 410. I get it. I'm all about progress. Thank you.
Right.
Yeah, I'm all about it. But yesterday it told me to exit. And I was going to do the same thing. It warned me there is construction, so I was navigating correctly. But it told me the wrong exit. So not only did I couldn't exit, I'm the dude that's way over to the right that needs to go all the way to the left as traffic is being shut down. So I had to be that guy early in the morning. And where this happened is right next to the airport. So it's really only me and people that are already desperately late for their flights that don't want to let me in.
No.
It was just not a good morning. And then I didn't have any tobacco. It was not. So forgive me. I was focused more on myself and my personal needs.
That's all right, Bubba.
But I'm glad you're here.
That's all right.
I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad you survived it.
I got so I'm chill right now.
Yeah, it's a better day.
I'm like that dude that finally got the fix.
I'm hydrating myself.
You're going to need to hydrate a lot today.
Want some coffee?
Not that coffee. No, God, no. What are you trying to do to me?
And I feel pretty good for a Tuesday of Fiesta. I didn't do River Parade last night, so it wasn't like I was out late. So I'm invigorated.
I went to bed early too.
Oh, well, it must be nice.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's why I'm wide awake.
That's why
right now.
I lived a chaste life.
That's
why I look the way I do.
didn't go to bed early, but I did I made a very wise decision to pass up on drugs that were offered to me last night.
Just say no, kids.
I said no to drugs.
Yeah.
And if I wouldn't have said no, it would have been way worse this morning.
If it was the 80s, it'd be different.
Well, in the 80s, I mean, that was...
Well, 90s in
was
your
80s.
case.
We started that stuff way back when.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I was like, yeah.
Keep in mind, my generation had a smoking section in my high school. We started
Ours
early.
too. St. Gerard did too.
Yeah, we started early.
I mean, in the 80s, maybe I would have shown up to like third grade with some powder in my mustache.
Well, it did explain all the grade school teachers and my mom and dad's friends why everybody had allergies all the time.
That's what it was.
My dad had a handkerchief all the time.
Uh-huh.
It all makes sense now.
It's all coming together, huh?
Piecing together, isn't it? It's all piecing together.
I had a high school math teacher.
You really don't have allergies, do you, Dad?
Well, I had a high school math teacher that was addicted to nasal spray.
Oh.
Ever know anybody that was like that?
No, I hate nasal spray.
I
take it, I use it, and I hate
Are
it.
you sure it was nasal
Well,
spray
back
inside?
then, I think there was an ingredient that was truly addictive. I think they've changed it since. But
Okay.
back in the 80s, this dude was blowing that stuff, unless he was mixing, I guess. I guess he could have done that. But, yeah, he was talking about addicting.
I didn't know you could get addicted to that
I
stuff.
think the stuff then was what you can't get now. Like, used to, you could buy cough syrup.
Oh,
that
did it
legitimately
have
had-
meth in it now?
Well, I think...
Or did it, the
I
old
think
stuff
back
had
then
meth
it was,
in
it had old school meth.
Had like
Yeah.
Sudafed,
No,
where
yeah.
yeah.
Back then when you could just
could
buy
actually-
the meth ingredients right
Back
off the
then
counter.
when drugs worked.
When they worked, and you could just
Yeah.
cook them up in any bathroom. Back in the good old days.
Now they're like, oh, you want this decongestant? Can I get your ID? I'm like,
Yeah.
no, man. I'm
ID?
Yeah.
trying to do illicit drugs here. You're IDing me?
All I'm trying to do
Beat
is...
it.
I got a headache. Come on, hurry up.
Well, I'm just trying to stay awake for the next 72 hours. I got an
Yeah.
appointment with the Care Bears here in about 17.
Yeah, man. Don't ask me for
So
my
come on, what are you
ID.
talking about? I got a cold.
God. Let me party, girl.
I am proud of you. You turned it down.
I
Good
did.
Well, I am proud that, but you did have a good night at the book.
I had a good time. Oh yes,
the book.
I had a little, actually very random success. But trust me, that money's long gone, Rob.
gonna
It was
say-
one
I'm
of those
just
nights.
proud.
I was going to say,
I'm glad
yeah.
it was it's like
Yeah,
Vegas.
It was
As long
like
as
free
it,
money.
yeah.
Money.
I hit a nice little 8-1 and burned that up within a couple hours.
it's not money, it's fun coupons.
That's what it was.
There you go.
It was fun coupons for everyone except the guy who had to give me the fun coupons.
well, that's his fault.
He thought it was money, and I was like, "Man, don't worry about it. It's just fun coupons."
Fun coupons.
Yeah. It's just
And I
free.
gave most of it back to him anyway.
So there you go.
Yeah.
It's that kind. It's a Vegas night.
Yeah,
Even Steven.
yeah, all square, baby.
You
all
wake up
square.
without any random ATM receipts.
none of that. Thank
Okay,
goodness.
that's good.
So
Nothing
yeah,
like
good
that.
day.
Not some kind of strange glittery G-string.
Oh no, none of that. None of that.
Like
Why is there glitter on
you,
my
did-
face?
you didn't have to wake up and immediately start looking for your wallet. You didn't
Rob.
have one of those. No. No.
Monday is for the boys, Rob.
Oh,
Everyone knows that.
You wake up and wonder where the hell your wallet is and why the front door's open.
Yeah,
And blueberries outside going, hey.
Hey,
you
who was
know.
that?
no. Blueberry would just be there Blueberry would just be there bitching for food.
She didn't even feed me, man.
That's the best part about that cat is like even when I'm like, I don't want to get up. Oh man, this is a hard one for me. She's like,
I don't care.
she's just gonna sit there in my face. She hears my
Yeah.
alarm go off, and she's gonna be like, "Hey, dude, get up.
You know,
I don't care what you drank last night. Get up and give me my fancy feast. Get your ass to work."
your wife, your lovely wife, knew exactly what she was doing.
It was
She
a
gave
very
you that
well thought out plan
She
by
was
her.
like, I'm gonna give that cat because that cat's a built-in living, breathing alarm clock.
That is. It was a wise decision by her. I've also made a decision regarding our friend Kitty Big Balls.
Okay.
On
It was heartbreaking yesterday.
Well,
yeah, he's having a
I
hard
saw that.
time.
No,
man.
I saw him when you were leaving, and
Yeah.
he was right outside, like waiting for you to open the door
I
and to
know.
get
He
in. I
jumped
was
in
like,
my car this
oh,
morning.
He's so sad when I leave.
I can't look.
I
So-
can't be nice to him either because I just can't. But
So-
he jumps in my car.
I've got some real estate stuff to take care of today and tomorrow after the show. I'm doing my final house hunting. I've got to put in an offer on a house this week.
Okay.
But on Thursday, I believe, I am going to. After the show, I'm gonna put him in. I've got a little
carrier,
a cat carrier that I brought. That Blueberry flew down with me in.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And I'm gonna take him to a vet and get him all fixed up. Get him.
I'll bet for a small fee, they would be happy to board the cat until it had a place to stay.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I know so. And if they're not, we could find some place.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I need some place to keep.
What
him for
concerns
a couple
me
weeks,
too,
but-
man, is I pulled up this morning and there was a fox, not
I
a
know.
coyote, and a fox, and the fox will kill a cat. It
And-
will. So that
So we have
that's-
foxes, coyotes,
All of them.
skunks.
This is our urban landscape, man. You got deer.
It's a Wild West over here.
It is. I
everybody.
mean, it's anywhere, any neighborhood. I mean, you've got all these. You might not realize it. You might blame
Yeah.
some of that stuff on
Well,
other
everyone's
animals.
asleep
but
when they're walking around.
urban foxes are not that uncommon.
But and also Morgan, our sales manager, she texted me yesterday and was like, "Oh, your dude, I don't know how well he's doing because he was like
Yeah, he was
laying around in the parking lot,
laying in
like,
the middle of the parking lot.
yeah.
He was playing dead,
Yeah, it's time.
and they're all looking at me and
like,
you like, well,
I
Okay.
was worried about this. So yeah, it's time.
Yeah,
time
the
to
people who take care of him already, they're like, "Hey, you're not taking good enough care of this stray cat."
yeah.
So
Well,
on
do something. Do your part.
on,
Come on.
on Thursday, I'm gonna after the show, I'm gonna haul him off to a vet and figure it out. I gotta find a vet that'll do all this stuff, but I haven't done that yet. But that's in the plans. I'm gonna get him taken care of, and he's gonna end up. I don't know if he's gonna be an indoor house cat at my new house, but I
he
think
appears to want to be.
but
Yeah,
he
he
also seems pretty cool outside too. So I don't know. We'll see. He doesn't seem like the kind of cat who wants to use a litter box. So
You're right. Yeah, I don't see it.
I'm gonna
He
just
certainly
let
wants
him.
in my car.
He does want that. He does want, but the cat. I'm telling you, it's like a dog. He just wants attention.
He wants attention
I
and to
mean,
be held.
Yes, he
does,
wants you to
yeah.
give him pets.
Yeah.
I've never seen a cat like this. Like he acts like a dog. Most cats, they're like, yeah, you can pet me, and then I'm gonna walk away and make
Or
you
they
chase
hiss at
me,
you.
or
and-
yeah. This cat, I mean, he literally lays in my parking spot till I pull in the morning, and then he follows me to the door, like just attached to my leg. So he's like a dog. He's a good cat. I'm gonna because I am a me, Vic. I'm a very good person.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
Notice he
going.
didn't ask me.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to you, Rob.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, you couldn't even find your wallet. You don't know what a good
I
person
found
is
my
being
wallet,
about.
and I'm fully.
Now, I'm a good person. I'm going to adopt a stray animal.
Yeah.
Well,
every animal I have were strays at one point.
you're going to have to
I'm
do
a big
some more
sucker.
good deeds if you think this is going to balance
This
things
is
out.
going to fix everything.
It's a good first step. I'll
It
give you that.
fixes everything.
I mean,
It
you're
means
leaning
I'm a
in the
good
right direction.
person.
Yeah, you're leaning in the right direction.
I'm a good person now.
You can see good personhood in the distance.
Yeah,
At least
well,
you're facing in the right direction.
or on the horizon.
On
I
the
don't-
horizon.
I mean, I'm just in a valley of evil right now.
I kind of live by that model. The greatness is on the horizon next to us.
or
almost
in
there.
the rear view.
Well, no. I hate
I-
to think that's as good as it's going to get.
I'm in what you call a life dip.
Yeah. The roller coaster
But
ride.
I'm about
The
to
biorhythms are low.
I'm about to really turn it around and be a good person.
I'm going to wake up tomorrow, and I'm going to be a whole new person.
All right, we'll be right back. Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Still have this trouble spot on Loop 410 eastbound between Starcrest to 35. Shut down, 18-wheeler accident. Still diverting traffic onto the frontage road. So Austin Highway, Harry Wurzbach, still good alternate routes. Police and emergency vehicles have the westbound side closed as well. On 35, southbound Olympia Parkway to 1604, road work right lane, and northbound 35 Judson Road up to Pat Booker Road. Have the roadway reduced to one lane. Again, this is due to road work. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by True Green.
We're back in the miller's yard who now use True Green.
their lawn started looking like a golf course, and PGA Tour golfers made it their favorite stop.
Get a PGA Tour quality lawn for as little as $1 a day at TrueGreen.com. Exclusions apply. See TrueGreen.com for details.
There's a reason Intuitive Services Group handles our janitorial needs here at 94.1. They're local and serious about cleanliness. From nightly cleaning to detailed floor care, they deliver. We trust them, and you can too. Call Mo at 830-470-3007. That's 830-470-3007.
Missions fans, get ready for AARP $2 Tuesdays at Wolf Stadium, presented by San Antonio Sports Star. Enjoy $2 tickets, beer, hot dogs, and more. Tonight, first pitch at 7:05 p.m. Don't miss out. Get your tickets now at samissions.com.
Hi, I'm attorney Steve Benke. If you've made the decision to divorce, you need an experienced attorney who can help. I've helped many people get through divorce, custody, child support, and alimony problems. Call me. I'm attorney Steve Benke.
210-DIVORCE or go to BenkeLaw.com.
He's coming. Here he goes. Surprise! Your table saw broke. Also, the warranty expired weeks ago, so you need to pay for a new one out of pocket.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Oh, and the replacement part you ordered doesn't fit, so it's completely useless. What a waste.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Hey, listen up, San Antonio. Multiple tours overseas, long nights monitoring cyber activity, years of protecting the country. It all adds up at University of Maryland Global Campus. Earn up to 90 credits for prior learning, military experience, and training. We call that credit where credit is due. Whether you're active duty and looking at what's next, or a veteran looking for something new, our degrees and certificate programs teach the application of emerging technologies and enduring life skills. So get started on a degree or certificate with personalized local support services and online and hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. At UMGC, you'll find everything from online to hybrid courses and lifetime career services to scholarship opportunities, making your education journey flexible, fast, and affordable. Apply now and save with no application fee through May 30th. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Why'd I go to the doctor? My heart would race just taking my son to practice. It didn't feel right. So I got checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit NoTimeToWait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text ORDER to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text ORDER to 42424. That's ORDER to 42424.
It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Come up on the Blitz, still plenty of reaction to the Dallas Cowboys draft class. What does Shereen Williams think about it? We'll hear from her at 5:15.
Plus, Texas country music legend Pat Green. He'll join us at 3:35.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Gotta love you in excess.
What wig has he got on? Wow.
14!
See, they're even badass in Spanish.
Oh, yeah.
Right? They have several songs where he goes bilingual.
Hola! Oh, place called Vertigo.
I live there.
Now when I hear this, all I can think about is that stupid
band.
God, I hate that band so much.
And I'm going to see that dude, them, all of them,
I
him,
know.
her.
You're
I
gonna
don't know
see
what
him
his
again.
pronoun is.
That's not your last time
They.
seeing that band.
Oh, I'm going to follow them around.
That's not your last time. It's my last time. Next time I get invited to a cover show, I'm like, I don't know. Let me see a picture of the singer. If it's him,
Let me see
I'm
the
out.
other band.
I'm
See the
out.
other band.
Yeah, it better only be one band. I would have been happier if it was only there was no opening act, just one band only. God, it pissed me off. R.I.P. to the Miami Heat, who were they were physically, sexually, every kind of assault that could have happened last night happened to the Miami Heat at the hands of the Cleveland
In
Cavaliers.
specifics, Tyler Hero, did you see his plus minus last night?
No, what was it? What was
It's
it?
like -44.
Oh my God!
Everybody on the Cavaliers at some point over the last 2 games has scored on or around Tyler Hero.
It's so funny because he is such an overachiever, like based on.
This dude's a straight up killer. And you know what? You live by the sword, you die by the sword. He talks as much as anybody in the league. He always has.
Yep.
And he became a victim. Hey, you live long enough, it happens. So,
but the dude is like smaller than me and out there
man.
rocking in the NBA, and I'm like,
he made his bed.
Yes.
You don't like him, play better defense.
Hey, he is learning the hard way.
Oh.
Being the top dog on a team is not.
It is not a very friendly place to be. Look what it did to Jimmy Butler.
Yep.
It was. But in a grander scheme, Miami has it's a destination for sure. It's a place that will land a free agent. But I've never
it's widely regarded as one of the better front offices in the NBA.
But now you start. I mean, that was humiliating. And I hear from last night. I heard from Windhorse. He said that Miami felt pretty good about what they were able to do in the first game, but when Beasley got hurt, they had to go huge. And I remember the moment they went
that's
huge.
what it was. It was all because Beasley was out.
Well, what they're saying? No, makes it even worse. When they were only prepared to defend a team that had Beasley, once they got huge, they couldn't stop it. Well, I don't care what you got. You got a couple NBA guys on your roster. It's like they gave up. I mean, you can slow things down. This wasn't even an attempt to slow things down. So you start questioning culture. And that's not something I've never thought of at Miami. I mean, the Spurs have been bad, but not like that. I mean, it feels like this. Everything about the Heat has kind of cratered, that there's no anchor to this franchise right now. So they're going to need a fundamental kind of rebound, not just to add another star. Even your star got, it was
just disaster.
Your star was utterly obliterated.
Like you couldn't play him.
Yeah, so talk about a complete facelift to a franchise. It looks like Miami, what we knew of them is no longer. It is done.
Feels that way. They end up, their average margin of defeat in this series, a 4-game sweep, was 30.5 points per game. They lost 4 straight games by over 30 points per game on average. Wow. That is not an easy task, friend. That's like
yeah, you start questioning culture. Like, you're not even trying. I mean, this is you're a grown-ass man getting blown out at home.
That's like Kentucky basketball in the non-conference when they're playing like Morehead State and Eastern Kentucky and Evansville. Yeah, we just getting our ducks in a row, making sure we're ready for the big season ahead. 30.5 points per game over a 4-game stretch in the playoffs. I know Cleveland's good. I never thought that there was going to be a different result than
I didn't think
Cleveland winning.
You thought gentleman's sweep. I mean, I was going to say even Memphis, but no.
No, I mean Memphis at least showed some fight.
Yeah, I think what we have yet again is yet another argument for reseeding in the playoffs, where there is no East-West. Let's just take the top 16. What are we doing here?
How about let's take the top 8?
Well, I do like the playoffs. I mean, I don't want to take it away. I want the same number of games. I just want a little bit more competitive. In some years, there'll just be fewer teams from one part of the country. I mean, there should not have been 2 or 3 teams in these playoffs.
Do you know how many years it's been since there were 16 good teams in the NBA?
Oh, there's never been.
I don't know. I feel like in the 90s there was
no, it was just uglier basketball, and it was easier for bad teams to keep it close because you could beat teams up. That's why there just weren't as many. And I hate to say it this way, but the talent level was different.
What was the path for Miami? Like, what could they have done?
There was no path.
Then why are we wasting time? We wasted 4 games.
We're not wasting time. We're selling advertising. We're selling commercials. But I do like the competitive nature, and there's something about the sharpened knife as you go through the playoffs that does lend itself to something great. I'm not trying to change the number of teams. I'm just saying that there's some teams, and maybe I don't think we'll ever have 16 total teams that have a chance. But I'd like to know that 16 teams have a chance at winning at least 2 playoff rounds. And if we could do that, I think that would be ideal.
I don't know if the Cavaliers sharpened their knives or they just took the anvil and beat the hell out of Miami with the whole damn anvil. Like I don't think they were I don't think they were doing any sort of precision stuff. They were just like, all right, we're through with you. Now we're going to start the playoffs. Like,
and it felt that way. I'm not trying to defend the East-West system, but I will say that even after game 2, you kind of still felt like Miami might have a prayer.
Yeah.
But it just went so south so fast without, again, I just can't get over the fact of watching Miami quit. And that's just something that you just
it
don't
wasn't
see.
like a late quit. No, it was first quarter. They were like,
well, that's not gonna happen.
It was like 33-9. Like, dude, you're not even trying. You're not even trying.
So that I think it's on evenings like this is when Adam Silver needs to talk to his ownership and go talk to the Players Association, and let's start talking about how we can affect the playoffs. And instead of putting together mid-season crap and which is fine and dandy, but the fact of the matter is playoffs are this long for a reason, because this is when it really matters. So we might as well have teams that are not only give a damn, which I'm not saying. Well, the Miami is probably the not give a damn category, but have teams that believe that they can win at least a playoff series. And if you have 16 of those and you can get and keep me involved for 2 months, because the playoffs last that long, and the NBA is good at that. I normally do stay interested for 2 months. So not mad at the totality. I'm just mad at how we're finding the teams.
Yeah. I did find out a couple things last night. I found out, one, that Tristan Thompson is still in the NBA.
And
because he actually played minutes last night.
It was a very touching moment last night.
That's how, if Tristan Thompson gets on the floor, you know it's bad.
He's got, well, he got a lot of extracurricular money he's got to spend. His wages are being garnished, if you know what I mean.
My goodness.
There was a rather touching moment between he and Kevin Love when he found out about his dad passing. And that was, the human side of basketball.
Yeah, human Schumann.
I don't want to.
Human Schumann.
Yep, Tristan Thompson's still getting paid, and he's still valuable for about 4 minutes. There is some savvy there for about 4 minutes.
I had no idea he was still playing ball, and the other guy that I saw, I believe you know better than me, former Spur draft pick Kyle Anderson.
Oh, he was a Spur for Shlomo. Played with us for 6 years.
Okay,
yeah, a long time.
So, and I didn't realize he was still in the league, and then the Heat pulled him off the bench to eat a couple of late face slaps.
He is one of the more interesting basketball players I've ever seen, ever watched.
Why? What's interesting about him?
First of all, his nickname is ideal, Slow-Mo. I mean, just his style of basketball. He has a throwback. It's hard to even describe his tempo. His pace is unlike any player I've ever watched.
He looks like a bobblehead. Like his head is way too big for his body.
There's some slee stack to him, and if you know what I'm talking about, there's a little bit of slee stack going on.
Yeah. And then I forget the rookie's name, Kashad Johnson, the rookie from Arizona, who, again, I don't think I've seen him play a minute all year. And then he was in the game last. I was like, in the playoffs, the Heat are playing guys that have never been on the floor this year because they're losing by 50 points. If you played Heat plus 55.5, congratulations, you were a winner. But make sure you got that half point. That's
I would have bought it just to be safe.
Yeah,
you better buy now just to be safe, man.
Oh man! All right, let's hit a break. We'll keep talking playoffs. We got plenty more to discuss. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Still have this trouble spot on Loop 410 eastbound between Starcrest to 35. Shut down, 18-wheeler accident. Still diverting traffic onto the frontage road. So Austin Highway, Harry Wurzbach, still good alternate routes. Police and emergency vehicles have the westbound side closed as well. On 35, southbound Olympia Parkway to 1604, road work right lane, and northbound 35 Judson Road up to Pat Booker Road have the roadway reduced to one lane. Again, this is due to road work. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Thomas J. Henry Injury Attorneys, available 24/7.
Since 1993, Thomas J. Henry dedicated himself to building a firm that injured clients can trust and respect. A firm backed by a track record of success and commitment to our clients. If you've been injured, trust Thomas J. Henry. San Antonio, Texas.
Join us for San Antonio's premier Fiesta event, Taste of the Northside, presented by H-E-B, Thursday, May 1st at 6. Experience gourmet food and wine tastings, sip on elevated spirits and cold brews, and enjoy live entertainment at our new location, The Rock at La Cantera. All proceeds benefit Brighton Center, serving children with disabilities and developmental delays in San Antonio. Limited all-inclusive tickets are $300 in advance and can be purchased at tasteofthenorthside.org. Viva Fiesta!
Exclusive sponsor of Fiesta San Antonio, Gomez Law Firm encourages you to enjoy Fiesta responsibly. For more than 50 years, attorney Joe A. Gomez has been helping victims seriously injured in car and trucking accidents. If you've been injured in a car or trucking accident, hire personal injury attorney Joe Gomez. Born and raised right here in San Antonio. Visit joegomezlaw.com or call 210-736-4040 for a free consultation. Gomez Law fights. Gomez Law cares. Viva Fiesta.
Hey, this is Rob Thompson here with my good friends from Prize Picks. I'm just one of millions of members of Prize Picks that play daily fantasy sports every day, and things just keep getting better. How about 2,000x on your cash today? That's right, cash in on the basketball playoffs with Prize Picks. Don't miss your best chance to add your favorite players from the court on Prize Picks lineup. And whether it's points, rebounds, assists, and whatever else, take your pick, more or less, for your shot to win up to 2,000x your cash today. Turn up your play playoff hot takes into tickets on basketball and championship winnings every day. And there's stuff going on all week. Every Tuesday, Prize Picks will discount several projections on the board. They take up to 15 to 25% off savings and fun. And then there's Big Flex Friday. Those picks that don't win, you get your net losses back in promo funds up to your limit as soon as the lineup settles. Hey, there's money back. That's why I love Prize Picks. 2,000 times your money and some free ones. Download Prize Picks. Use the code Alamo for 50 free bucks. That's Prize Picks. Go run your game.
If you've been waiting and waiting to get your eyes taken care of, tired of wearing those glasses, tired of wearing those contacts, what are you waiting for? Now is the time to get it done. At Manrique Custom Vision Center, Dr. Manrique prides himself in getting you out of those glasses or contacts with his blade and pain-free LASIK, which is totally safe and comfortable. It will give you the best possible vision, and you can throw out the glasses and contacts. They've got over 25 years of experience, and they've done over 72,000 laser vision corrections. They offer financing to all with up to 36 months interest-free. Give them a call today to set it up. 210-354-2020. Come and see the Manrique difference for yourself. Every patient benefits from a customized vision plan that they bring to life with state-of-the-art technology, a variety of options to help make your treatment an investment you can afford and the right people. Change your vision, change your life today. It's Manrique, 210-354-2020.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like fences. A house with a big yard and a white picket fence was always the dream. But then you saw the price to install a fence and you're wondering if the color is driving the price up. Nobody ever dreams of a beige or a gray picket fence, right? So maybe those fences are cheaper. But no, they're not. Then you remember that switching your home and auto to Progressive could save you hundreds and make all your dreams of a fence come true. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states.
It's playoff time in basketball, and to make games more exciting, make sure you download the Underdog app, one of the leading sports apps out there. And Underdog just became one of the best places to make picks during the playoffs with their extender promo. With the extender, you can play your way to increasingly bigger boosts each round of the playoffs. Start a playoff series by using your Game 1 boost and continue boosting each subsequent game to unlock the next one, whether your entry wins or loses. The longer the series, the bigger the boost. So download the Underdog app, sign up with promo code STAR to unlock a special offer of up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you make your first deposit. Again, promo code STAR at Underdog. Must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska. Present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Come up on the Blitz, still plenty of reaction to the Dallas Cowboys draft class. What does Shireen Williams think about it? We'll hear from her at 5:15.
Plus, Texas country music legend Pat Green. He'll join us at 3:35.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Joe Reinagle. You're listening to the home of the Aggies, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey! Fiesta de las Flores in my mind.
The only downside is I love this music, but I don't know the words. And I know the words to a lot of songs.
I know, yeah.
Maybe that's why he's playing it.
That's why Vic he started to play this. You're right. There's something to that.
We've just gone to another language.
I don't know the words either. I just like the.
I think you paid him off then, because Vic likes when I sing.
I wouldn't go that far.
Vic likes when I sing.
Yeah. Now look.
Who is this, and what are they saying?
El Disgusto is the name of the song.
El Disgusto?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like a very nice.
El Desgraciado.
I'll find that song.
Oh. Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, rolling through on a Tuesday, a small Monday, as we like to call it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the worst day to be hungover is a Tuesday, right?
It really is. You should never be hungover on a
I really
Tuesday.
made a mistake on that. Yeah.
Wednesday, you wake up, you're like, well, at least I'm halfway home.
It's funny because, like, normally during football season, I was hungover regularly on Tuesday mornings because Monday Night Football, you know? Yeah. But now there's, like, no excuse. Yeah. There's no excuse for it.
Yeah, that really just seems like a distant memory.
I know.
Monday Night Football seems so long
But
ago.
good news. It's not that far
so
away.
far away.
Oh,
It's
coming.
not that far away.
We're already in May, pretty much.
Once the NBA's over with, finally, we'll be back to football.
Good thing I have the UFL to tide me through, you know?
Whoa.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. My ass. That's terrible, Vic. How much UFL have you watched?
None.
Not one bit. You're like, oh, yeah, it's nice. No, it sucks, man.
I don't even know how to pronounce my team name.
The Brahmas or Brahmas?
Yeah.
Brahmas. See,
Brahmas.
My grandfather in
The
Oklahoma.
Rock says it's the Brahma Bull.
Well, it was a Brahma Bull.
Well,
I grew up saying Brahma.
Do you trust your grandpa or the Rock?
In Oklahoma, it's a Brahma. Is it a Brahma down here? Because I've heard that.
The Rock has a tattoo of it. And
The Rock has a tattoo of a Brahma?
Yeah.
A Brahma?
A Brahma, he calls it. And my brother went to Hallettsville High School.
Oh, see, that's my question for those
their mascot is the Brahmas.
See, it's Brahmas down here, but I grew up calling it Brahma, which obviously is not correct.
Yeah, I think your grandpa was getting into that Oklahoma presidential kush, whatever it's called. What do they call it?
I wish that
presidential runts
that
or
Brahma,
sweet tarts.
That big old that big old Brahma was scary as hell. That was a big old mean bull.
What are they? There's all these. He's getting that good weed up in Oklahoma.
The boys in Oklahoma roll the joints too small.
Pineapple brief. I've been smoking that pineapple briefcase weed.
Yeah, man.
Just pick two random words.
Now, keep in mind, you're talking about a dairy farmer from Comanche, Oklahoma.
That's right.
Look, so it is Brahma.
So it's Brahma. Yeah. Brahma boo.
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 That's okay. So
you're right. Yeah.
That just sounded real country when I said Brahma.
Comanche, Oklahoma. That's a hell of a place.
You know, Minix and I were doing radio one afternoon, doing the show live, and we started talking about family for some reason and where our people were from. Turns out we have family. He has family in Comanche as well.
What?
It is a small world. Yeah, we have kin that know each other.
My grandfather, his parents were first-generation Americans
from
Germany.
Hoffman, yes.
And they ended up in Oklahoma for some reason. And
my Sooners.
My grandfather was born in Oklahoma and immediately left. Thank God. And now he's dead, but he disavowed Oklahoma. He's like, I don't ever want to go back to that S-hole.
I got a lot of family from that beautiful red dirt
land.
Texas is hat.
I hate Oklahoma. What a terrible place.
They're and a lot of things, they're a lot more progressive than us. You can go gamble, hold a joint.
You can buy some weed. You can play some blackjack.
What's wrong with them?
There's a lot wrong with them. But if you've ever driven across Oklahoma, like if you ever made the trek across.
Too many times. Well, lovely.
No, it's not. It's a terrible place.
Never.
It's like, imagine the worst part of Texas. Now make it the whole state.
See, your burnt orange, your burnt orange is showing. See, the enemy of my enemy is many times my friend.
Okay.
And I owe you a whole lot, but there are certain times of the year that I kind of appreciate OU.
I thought you said you cheer for Longhorn against Sooner in the
sometimes
state fair game.
But there are oftentimes the enemy of my enemy is indeed my friend. So yeah. I don't hold the same ongoing distaste. And also I got some family up there. I can't.
I wouldn't be family with them.
Well, I kind of have to.
I'd get rid of them. You beat it.
Well,
beat it.
But they're not OU types. To Oklahoma State. They're Aggie Cowboys.
Well, that's better.
When they were there, it was A&M. So
but just
that's
kind
of in my blood.
It's not as much about colleges. It's just about the whole state is just a dump. It's like a.
They're about to build. Did you? I don't know how you put me in situations.
I'm putting you in Oklahoma defense,
and I don't want to defend them. But did you know they're about to build the tallest building in the United States in Oklahoma City?
Yeah, I heard that. You know what? They want to be known for something other than being the biggest cesspool.
Well, honestly, I still think Oklahoma City kind of has a chip on their shoulder, like Dallas did forever with Kennedy, with the Murrow building blown up.
Yeah.
I think that city's still trying to get over that.
It's funny because, like, Oklahoma reminds me a lot of New Mexico, which is a place that I lived, which is also a dump.
See, I think New Mexico is striking. It's the land of enchantment.
Now, here's the thing. That's the upside of New Mexico is there are a couple little pockets. Most of New Mexico is a dirt hole cesspool, but there's a couple pockets, a Taos, Santa Fe area that are really nice areas. Oklahoma's like the dirt pool set,
red dirt. That's all it is.
But there's no nice area. There's not a place that you go, oh, this is beautiful. There's no mountains. It's just a.
Well, there are. Yeah, Eastern Oklahoma.
There's a reason we gave all that land to the natives. Is like there's a reason why why the white man said, you know what, you guys keep this. It's this is all yours.
Over there.
Yeah, we want you guys all stay right here, where there's no. Make sure, yeah. Oh wait, you got oil on that land? Oh, we're gonna take that part back.
Keep that back.
But the rest with no oil, it's all yours. I hate Oklahoma.
They're a rowdy bunch.
Gross place. All right, let's be right back. We'll wrap up the show. I've got Kingfish Ingram tickets, 311 tickets I'm giving away today. Big day here on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
What's up, baseball fans? It's time to swing big on your bets this season. Step up to the plate with an odds boost token from BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of Major League Baseball. No opt-in is required. Just log into your BetMGM account to receive your odds boost token. Then place a bet on any MLB game and activate your token. If your boosted bet hits, you'll score a bigger payout, no matter the showdown. BetMGM is your betting home for baseball. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. Must be 21 years of age or older. This U.S. promotional offer not available in Mississippi, New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary and expire in 1 to 7 days in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text BAIL to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
And Doug. Here we have the Limu Emu in its natural habitat, helping people customize their car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Fascinating. It's accompanied by his natural ally, Doug.
Limu? Is that guy with the binoculars watching us?
Cut the camera. They see us.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Folks, right now is the ideal time to get ready for the summer season with the Quarter Moon AC $58.99 preseason special. It's a real home run. You'll have your AC ready before the summer heat hits. We'll inspect your AC's indoor and outdoor coils, filters, temperature levels, and make sure you're ready for the summer heat. All just for $58.99. So when your AC is warming up, Quarter Moon comes in like a heavy hitter.
Hey, batter, I'm gonna give it some heat.
651-5899.
License number TACLA 141074EM16004.
Watching Clorox cleanup spray dissolve tough grime in the shower feels like...
Wait, this really just happened? I'm shocked. Underwear and everything?
It feels like being able to zip up your overpacked suitcase on the first try.
Smooth.
With Clorox, clean feels satisfying. Clean feels good. Use as directed.
The peace lily is so last year.
Hey, has anyone worked with fiddlenecks?
Shelby's popular flower shop is in full bloom.
We just got a request for an arrangement that evokes air. Who's up for that challenge? No?
She needs to hire a floral designer to nip foliage faux pas in the bud.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Our advanced matching helps find talented candidates so you can connect with them fast. Redeem your $75 credit at Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
What is this, Vic? All right.
Yeah,
John Cougar.
Yeah.
And I
Forgot
say
about him.
And it's absolutely Cougar on this one, right? He wasn't quite Mellencamp.
No, he was Cougar
Still
here.
Cougar.
John Mellencamp.
I heard him in concert.
Yeah.
I fight authority.
Authority always
He was
wins.
kind of your poor man's pop culture Bruce Springsteen
Yeah.
in the day. He was kind of like Bruce Light.
There we go.
He spoke the truth, but it was an easy truth.
It's funny because some people say Bruce Springsteen's like a poor man's Bob Dylan.
And that would be
John Mellencamp's a poor man's Bruce Springsteen.
I would say Bruce is more of in the lineage of Dylan, the next chapter of folk music. Whereas Cougar was kind of a pop music. You know, he'll tell you the truth. It's not. We're talking about the little pink houses and things like that, but it'll be to a nice little funky beat.
You don't need no strength. You need to grow up, son. That's what the preacher told John Mellencamp in this song. There were a couple people who tweeted me yesterday. They were very impressed with my lyrical knowledge of Cyndi Lauper.
It's
right.
The number of lyrics you know from teenage girl bands is
time after time.
Really. Well,
and
I
then
would get
Soundgarden lyrics.
Well, I would get if you had grown up with me, if you knew Lauper lyrics. Well,
Yeah.
I know that just because they were popular, but the fact that you know them, and then you know.
But I only know a couple of songs from people like that. Like I only know like the big hits. Like like
What's
if you
that
said
little girl's name,
like
Friday,
Rebecca Black.
Rebecca, like why? That's what is
Why?
a great concern.
Like if you
Why
said,
do you know this?
like I can do I could sing a cappella Wilson Phillips Hold On.
Why?
But
why do
but
you
if you
know
said
this?
if you said do like sing along with any other Wilson Phillips song, I wouldn't be able to because I don't know any other ones.
No one else does either, but no one really knows that
But
one
like you
either.
grew up with it, so
That's
like you know what I mean?
I
Like,
get it. I know why I know it because it was in heavy rotation.
Yeah.
But for you, why the hell? It would be the equivalent of me like knowing every lyric to a Cream record. Like, why do you know every?
Oh, I know Cream songs
See?
too.
I'm trying to find something about it. See, well, that one might be easier. I should go better. Like every Air Supply. You know all
no,
the
I don't know
song
that.
lyrics
Yeah.
to Air Supply. Now, why would you know that?
Yeah.
You could say, well, I had a job, and literally I had a job one time that played 50s music on a loop, where you could kind of tell what time it was by the song that was on, one of those things. So I know every 50s song just because it was drilled into my brain for months. So when you could have said, oh, yeah, I was working in a teenage girl shoe shop.
That would make sense.
Right before I was arrested. And, well, you could have said, well, it was drilled into my brain, but you just know it. You were listening to the middle-of-the-road pop stations.
I mean, I've got a very versatile taste.
You know, I also learned that if you learn things to a rhythm or a beat, like poetry
it
to an
works with
iambic
me.
pentameter, it sticks.
Yeah. Like my brain is just kind of musical in that way. So I don't know.
Unfortunately, it doesn't really apply to math. It's really hard to sing an equation.
No, I'm I'm an artist.
I thought you were going to go autistic, but
I'm an artist. I don't.
They're just autistic. Yeah, I was like, be careful there.
Honestly,
that's a point of conflict right now.
That could be it.
But you
actually.
went autist and dropped the R.
Just a mind, just a little bit. Enough
now that I think about it, they're like, how do you know the words to all these random ass
kind
songs?
of Rain Man-ish.
Yeah,
Is it time for Wapner?
Now that I think about
Definitely time for Wapner.
Yeah.
But worry not.
Yeah.
that we'll find out why I'm this way.
See, it's the gambling thing too.
What's the deadline for autism to be solved?
In September. We hope to find out why you are what you are.
We'll know why I am what I am. Don't worry, friends. All right. When we come back, I'm going to give away some Kingfish Ingram tickets. Hear the Blues, baby, here in San Antonio. We'll talk plenty more NBA. We got a lot to talk about today. I've been waiting so long to be where I'm going in the sunshine of your love. It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
KTFM Floresville, your home for the Super Bowl. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell.
Crispy chicken nuggets are back at Taco Bell. All white meat chicken, coated in tortilla chip breading, and paired with unique dipping sauces. At participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only, while supplies last. Contact store for availability.
You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduce stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
You've decided to divorce. I'm attorney Steve Benke. If you're worried about getting the bills paid, childcare, and your divorce, we'll help make it simple, painless, and affordable.
Your future matters. Call the law office of Steve Benke.
Call 210-DIVORCE or go to BenkeLaw.com.
My name is John. I could not lose the weight I needed to. The Institute for Functional Health Wellness Program was the answer. It included a great deal of testing, supplements, and weekly face-to-face doctor visits. I finally had the accountability I needed. I am now 50 pounds lighter. I no longer have pain in my elbow, back, and hips. I have more energy and just feel and look so much better.
Call for your complimentary consultation, 210-468-1891. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health.
Doug. Here we have the Limu Emu in its natural habitat, helping people customize their car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Fascinating. It's accompanied by his natural ally, Doug.
Limu? Is that guy with the binoculars watching us?
Cut the camera. They see us.
Only pay for what you need at LibertyMutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
With Progressive, renters can save on protection for the things that make your place yours. Even things that don't make sense to everyone.
People always wonder why I don't get rid of my guitar since I never play. But it's like, what if I actually end up taking lessons? Sure, I've had it for 8 years, but if I get rid of it, then what will my New Year's resolution be next January?
Exactly. So bundle your renters in auto and save with Progressive and protect the things that make sense to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers not available in all states or situations covered subject to policy terms and conditions.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Well, good morning, kiddo. I love that you're home from college. I've missed you.
Still taking your nature-made vitamins?
Every day. A multivitamin and a probiotic. You better be taking yours.
Still looking out for me, Mom.
I'll never stop.
Made to care for you every day. Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Find us in the vitamin aisle, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Our heaviest delay continues to be on the northeast side on Loop 410. Early this morning, very serious accident involving an 18-wheeler. So Loop 410 eastbound, Starcrest at 35. That is closed with this accident. Traffic is still being diverted onto the frontage road, Austin Highway or Harry Wurzbach. Those are still good alternate routes. Now, the westbound side is also closed with emergency vehicles, and it's still impacting traffic on 35 northbound. That connector to westbound Loop 410 also closed. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NBA, the Cavs are on to the second round after destroying the Miami Heat in Game 4 by 55 to finish the easy sweep. Houston Rockets fell last night to the Golden State Warriors 109-106. Post-draft ramifications follow the Dallas Cowboys as they did not address the number 2 wide receiver in the draft. Nick Harris of the Fort Worth Star-Telegram reports that the year is building interest in bringing back free agent Amari Cooper. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center brought to you by Synergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowteam.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Let's see. Frank says New Mexico is beautiful in the mid to northern part of the state. The west is Badlands, the east is plains. I lived in the northwest. And
it's that you're in the pretty part, man. That,
no.
Those orange sunsets and those long roads. Billy the Kid's grave out there.
That's south. That's more south.
Oh,
that's south. About an hour from where I live.
Oh, that's right. That's on the way into Ruidosa, isn't it? That's
about
right.
an hour from where I lived.
You're right.
You could drive to Durango, Colorado, which is one of the most beautiful places on earth.
And but where you were was flatlands.
No, it wasn't flat, but it wasn't pretty either.
See, to me, if it ain't flat, it's pretty.
It's mountains with there's no green. Like, you want mountains with trees.
Beautiful. I think West Texas is beautiful.
No.
I do. There's something about the expanse that when I hear like Montanans call it big sky, to me it's big country to me. It's the land out there. It's a character.
Yeah.
It has a presence. I don't know how to define it, but there's something about West Texas that is the deepest part of Texan to me.
Yeah, it's the part that I'd give up.
Unfortunately, that's where all the money is too.
Yeah, y'all keep that panhandle.
That's all the oil.
Y'all keep that panhandle. Rin says, I know parts of a lot of the old songs because of the Freedom Rock commercials. What is Freedom Rock commercials?
Turn it up, dude. Freedom Rock. Oh, it's those K-Tells that we all watched at midnight.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, dude, you're not that young, are you?
I don't know.
I
don't know of that.
30-minute infomercial with the K-Tel biggest hits, and there was always a theme, so you got about 30 seconds of every song.
No, I don't know.
And then they would roll through and order now for $19.99.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Get yourself the latest hit records. Oh, man.
And that's how you bought music?
Well, it was kind of that. No, that was for the old folks. Turn it up! So you'd watch
Join
this.
hands.
It'd be TV. It'd be about midnight, and you get a 30-minute infomercial of about little 30-second cuts of music. So,
man, I would have listened to that.
Well, after about the 17th time you've seen that, it gets a little old.
They didn't freshen up the music?
Oh, God, for decades. Well, I mean, they'd come out with another Freedom Rock, or it'd be biggest hits of 84, or Dance Music USA. And then it would be like all the stuff. So dudes about our age.
Gotcha.
Had nothing to do. Latchkey kid probably. Stuck at home.
Man.
Parents out partying.
I wish I would have known
So
of
what
this.
I was playing, that's the video.
There it
That's
is.
what it shows.
Freedom Rock, dude.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, by the way, when did you, Vic, do you know when the Cheech and Chong movie comes out?
The newest one?
Yeah.
No, not yet. Let me see.
Cheech and Chong's last movie is coming out at some point.
I saw a cut from it.
Do it
Like, who's the president? Oh, it's the dude from Apprentice. It's the dude from Death Valley days.
Oh, that's funny.
Let's see.
What is that? Where's that guy from?
That dude, he's in a
Yeah.
costume. I don't know.
Let's see. Jefferson Airplane, Canned Heat,
See?
Deep Purple, The Guess Who. Okay, the Moody Blues.
See, that was the OG mixtape.
Okay.
Like now, this would be like when you go onto Spotify and you go, play me Freedom Rock. You get all these. But back then, the only way you would get them would be to have to go buy the album, the record, the vinyl.
Yeah, you had to buy the whole LP for one song.
Nah, I would just buy
Or
a
cassette.
40 original hits, 4 record set. No, just get a.
And that was the same commercial that ran.
This is it, man. I remember this one.
Yeah.
They did.
The
There's
graphics,
some
man.
good music on there. Yeah,
it was good music.
But I guess back then I was gonna say, why didn't they just get like a playlist or something? But now I realize
that would be you'd have to call your DJ.
I know what you're saying now. Yeah, I get it. All right.
It was a simpler time back then.
It was a simpler time.
4 records for $19.95. Oh, they even had CDs by then, so we were up in the early 90s by now.
I wonder if that number works.
Call it right now.
Call them on the air. Hello. We used to always call random phone numbers on the radio, like before you could get in trouble for that stuff. Like
if you're calling a potential draft.
Yeah, I always did a.
Yeah.
I was early in my radio days. I was a terrible, terrible, terrible person who did prank phone calls.
Okay.
Like I called. You know, there was a time where you could order cigarettes over the phone. Like if you wanted to buy bulk cigarettes, you could call over the phone.
Really?
Yeah. And I called using one of those voice boxes, so it sounded like I was
like you'd lost your voice.
Yeah, like I'd lost my.
Like you have a hole right here.
Yeah, let me talk through my machine, and I was like, the doctor told me not to smoke anymore, but I have to have it.
3
and
cases.
they're like, yeah, we can get you some of that.
You better get it over there quick. This might be his last purchase.
I don't have much time left. I want to enjoy it with the sweet, sweet flavor of nicotine.
You need that wide gauge to fit in that hole. You can't go with the Slims. It goes right in.
Yeah.
Do you have anything unfiltered?
Well, now, if
Got
you
Lucky Strikes.
If
you
you
want
go
that?
unfiltered, you end up with that stuff in there too.
And they're just
That's
like
Lucky Strikes.
They're
man.
just like, yeah, man, we got you. We got you covered, Bubba. Don't let that doctor tell you how to live. I got your back.
In fact, you're sounding pretty good.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell. Rin says, a simpler time indeed, back when we used to work all day and only listen to messages when we got home.
Yeah.
I remember the old answering machine.
Now, remember when caller ID came out?
Oh, yeah.
That was big. That was huge.
Of all the things that changed our lives, at least
That
the
was
first
one.
was when you could break the line, when you could go through.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
I'd like to break the line.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
You could go. You'd call
Like if
the
it was
operator.
busy?
Yeah, if you called a number and it was busy, you could call the operator, a human being, hit 0, and you could say, "I have an emergency phone call for this number. Can you break the line?"
Whoa, I've never heard of that.
You would interrupt.
Wow.
That happened to me
and then,
one time, I think.
Then you got caller ID.
What's it sound
which was
like on
a
your-
whole?
What's it
change
sound
in the
like
world.
on your end when like
an operator comes on?
Yeah, you hear
I
a
have an
tone.
emergency phone call from.
You just hear a tone,
Yeah.
like an awkward little tone.
Does the person that the person? So let's say I'm talking to Vic and you want to break in because you got an emergency for Vic.
Mm-hmm.
Do I hear that there's an emergency?
Yes.
Yeah, there was no like mute on your side. It would just come in like, we have an emergency phone call from Rob.
And I would. What if Vic said no? I don't want to talk to him.
Okay.
Then that's it. Then okay. Then we continue talking.
And then the operator would come back and say, no, they won't break.
Whoa.
Yeah, big deal.
Dang, man.
Talk about the chisme with that.
Yeah.
Talk about going to school the next day when you wouldn't break the line.
And then the prank calls ended when star 67 hit the.
Yeah, then you star. Well, that was star 69.
Oh, star 69. Yeah.
When you could get them right back.
Yeah.
Although you didn't, you could kind of figure out the number initially. Then you got the phones that could do that.
Right.
Fancy times, man.
Glory days.
Quarter gas.
What a time. What a time.
Yeah,
Brick Mexican
gas.
weed.
Jeez.
Nickel hamburgers.
Brick weed.
Yeah. Life was simple back then.
Life was a lot simpler back then.
Everybody had a malt.
We all had a malt.
Yeah,
They weren't all happy days.
We all went down to the sock hop and had a hoop skirt.
Oh, man. We went down to the local drag strip.
With a poodle on it.
Oh.
Yeah. And those black and white shoes.
Me and my four buddies singing a cappella underneath streetlights.
Rob putting
those were happy days.
Shoe polish in his hair.
Rob, did you have a sweater with a big Letterman A on
a
it?
Letterman's jacket, letter sweater. I was in the Glee Club.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't think Letterman jackets are a thing anymore.
My kid got a sweater.
Really?
Yeah.
No, my son,
Jackets
what,
are still a thing.
2018,
Basketball, he got a sweater
because
because he was like, yeah. No, I take that back. He got both. He did get it back. Letter jackets are still a thing, brother.
Oh,
At least they are in San Antonio.
Yeah, my son doesn't have one.
Oh, they're still a thing.
He never was interested.
My son got one specifically because he was on the team when they went to state, so he's got all the patches.
And if you're if you have,
I mean, Jake's got a state championship, and he didn't ask for one.
Texas is different world.
Different world, buddy.
This is where it matters. This stuff matters.
Oh,
I mean, we peak at 18.
We were state semifinals that one year, and he got 2 patches for that. Yeah,
you got patches for getting to the semifinals.
Yeah,
you get district championship.
You get district,
you guys
state
are
semifinal.
desperate here.
Yeah, we get participation patches. We get,
and then there's the accolades.
At least you tried.
Yeah, that's on the bottom.
I went to a high school that
very,
no
very
one
bottom.
Knew. So in San Antonio, I went to a high school.
Your high school does sound made up.
It does. West Campus. It's like something you would watch. It's like a made-for-TV high school name.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a real school.
WC was our letters, which was also Winston Churchill.
Winston Churchill.
And they wore black and red, and we wore blue and red. So
Ooh, black and red's cool colors.
Well, you're red, white, and blue. America.
Yeah.
America.
That's what everybody does.
Don't.
That's lazy.
America.
Wait, isn't that no? It's not Kennedy.
And our logo was copied from the Washington State Cougar because it had the W.
I like that. Yeah,
and had the Cougar built into it. So we just they were red, so we just bought all their gear.
Oh, that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. All right. When we come back, I want to. Well, you know what? Before we get out of here, let me give away these Kingfish Ingram tickets. You want to go see Kingfish Ingram, Christone Ingram, live May 14th at the Aztec Theater. Let's do caller number 3. You'll win a pair of tickets to go see some live blues music right here in San Antonio, Texas. When we come back, I want to talk about this game tonight between the Bucks and the Pacers, and I think this might be the last night we ever see Giannis wearing a green costume. We'll talk about that next. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
Take advantage of pre-tariff pricing during Truck Month at North Park Chevrolet. Get 2.9% financing for 72 months on new Silverado 1500s. A new Colorado Crew Cab posted at $29,999. $5,000 off MSRP on a new Equinox. 4.8% financing for 84 months on new Tahoes and Suburbans. Together, let's drive at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
I hope you woke this morning and washed yourself clean under a Connecticut water softened shower. If that was you, carry on. You're doing things the right way. If you didn't, if you're using another water softener, if you don't have one, listen closely. Now's the time. You know, Connecticut water softeners designed and built in the United States are ideal for this part of the world. South Central Texas, we get some good water coming out of the aquifer, but it brings some stuff with it and makes some good sweet tea and fine beer. But that stuff it leaves in your pipes and on your glasses, nobody wants that. You don't want to be drinking that. You certainly don't want to see it on your dishes. And if your mother-in-law comes over and sees it, you know there's hell to pay. So what do? Well, you get the very best water softener you can find, and that's a Kinetico. Designed, like I said, with San Antonio and South Texas in mind. It works off of kinetic energy. That means you don't even plug it in. It doesn't have a stupid motherboard to break. It only works when you do. And right now, if you work hard, you can get something very good, and that's the brand new Kinetico in your home for 90 days without any kind of questions asked. They want to prove to you what I'm telling you, that it's the best water softener out there. And after 90 days, you decide to get one, there's a gift for you. It is a reverse osmosis drinking station. They got all the decor to match your beautiful home, and you'll get the convenience of that reverse osmosis system right there at your sink. No more water bottles in your life. Water ready for you all the time, right where you need it. That's why you should call them today. 656-PURE is the number. They'll come out and put one in your home. You'll see what I'm talking about post-haste. And they've got great deals on getting them. Great credit rating or credit rates going. I can't speak this morning. With approved credit, 0% waiting on you. And there's even money in your old water softener. So call them at 656-PURE today. If you need more details, that's easy. KineticoSA.com for all the details. Go get yourself a Kinetico, brag on yourself, and come on by and thank me later.
Hey, listen up, San Antonio. Multiple tours overseas, long nights monitoring cyber activity, years of protecting the country. It all adds up at University of Maryland Global Campus. Earn up to 90 credits for prior learning, military experience, and training. We call that credit where credit is due. Whether you're active duty and looking at what's next, or a veteran looking for something new, our degrees and certificate programs teach the application of emerging technologies and enduring life skills. So get started on a degree or certificate with personalized local support services and online and hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. UMGC keeps your educational goals attainable with no-cost digital materials replacing textbooks in most courses, reduced tuition rates for eligible service members and their families, and scholarships for those who qualify. Get started here in San Antonio. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection, one that helps better their everyday through the things they value most: friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
When it comes to vaccines, it's important to get the facts. The City of San Antonio Metropolitan Health District understands that keeping your child safe is your top priority. Vaccines are safe and can help your child's immune system fight harmful germs. They protect against serious diseases and can even save lives. Because when it comes to your child's health, it's time to get real about vaccines and get the facts. Learn more at sa.gov/health. sa.gov/health.
Don't let pain hold you back from living your best life. I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. At Arasti, we're dedicated to providing fast, effective relief from pain. Whether you've been dealing with a chronic discomfort for years or have recently suffered an injury, our goal is to help you recover quickly. Our treatment is all natural, non-invasive, and covered by most insurance plans. With convenient locations nearby, relief is just a call away. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti, we fix pain fast.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
If you've been waiting and waiting to get your eyes taken care of, tired of wearing those glasses, tired of wearing those contacts, what are you waiting for? Now is the time to get it done. At Manrique Custom Vision Center, Dr. Manrique prides himself in getting you out of those glasses or contacts with his blade and pain-free LASIK, which is totally safe and comfortable. It will give you the best possible vision, and you can throw out the glasses and contacts. They've got over 25 years of experience, and they've done over 72,000 laser vision corrections. They offer financing to all with up to 36 months interest-free. Give them a call today to set it up. 210-354-2020. Come and see the Manrique difference for yourself. Every patient benefits from a customized vision plan that they bring to life with state-of-the-art technology, a variety of options to help make your treatment an investment you can afford and the right people. Change your vision, change your life today. It's Manrique, 210-354-2020.
If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
And now the real work begins because he's actually got to go back and edit this thing.
Well, who's going to do the editing?
Well, he'll do it. Eggleston's not going to do it.
When you work with a guy like that, you interview him, there's a lot of edit points. Yeah.
Well, trust me, James Pledger, our producer, knows every day he records the Sports Center that runs over on KTSA, and they all end. Good luck with that, Pledge.
No, that's true. I just heard it a few minutes ago.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Morning Huddle. Dedicated to all the hoochie mamas and the big booty hoes in San Antonio.
Yeah. Judge, well, Fiesta, you are what you are, right?
It is what it is.
You are what you are. We love you no matter what.
Yeah. You nasty old big booty hoes.
So they didn't have any larges in stock, did they?
Uh-huh. Well, they did, but unfortunately you needed a double X.
You went with the schmedium. You chose the schmedium, did you?
Yeah, the schmedium.
She's like, no, that's large.
You're stressing those edges, but man, oh man.
Hoochie mama. You ain't nothing but a hoochie mama. Hood rat, hoochie mama.
Hood rat.
Two Live Crew.
Oh, yes. Tonight, the Milwaukee Bucks. Speaking of hood rat hoochie mamas, the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea what that is.
Looking back, man, what a joke. Those dudes were just stealing money. Hood rat, hoochie mama. Okay.
I mean, well, it's better than like, make them say,
Just the whole 2 Live Crew thing was just crazy.
The Bucks go to Indiana tonight. They're down 3-1. Dame is gone. It's a one-man show tonight. The Giannis show.
He's used to it.
Goes to Indiana, and he's gonna. I assume he's gonna try and, save the season. But I do get the feel that he's kind of over it. You know what I mean? And this is probably the last we see of Giannis with the Milwaukee Bucks, is my best guess.
As much as I root for competitive, and I don't, the competitive base of the NBA, I have to come at this as kind of a small market guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want him to leave Milwaukee. And it's not that I don't want him to be able to, chase his dream titles and all that. It's more about the small market and what it means. I know what it means. I know what a town goes through and the ripple effect of having a dude like that choose us and decide to stay with us and try to win with us. We're Milwaukee, for God's sakes. We're not Chicago, and we're San Antonio. We're not Dallas. This dude chose us, and we're kicking ass with him.
I wonder,
it's almost over.
I wonder what the fan reaction will be to Giannis when he's gone. Like, will it be?
I know what it'll be 2 years after he's done. I don't know what the initial reaction will be, but I can tell you, because initially if a guy loses or leaves you, you're going to be mad. But 2 years later, when they realize, oh my God, there's not an immediate fix.
There is something to being like the only guy who's made you relevant. And I fully believe this.
Well, he'll never be hated in Milwaukee.
No.
Never.
I fully believe that if the Spurs didn't have the run that they had and the only title that they got was that Kawhi title, and then Kawhi left, fans would look at him differently.
Oh, I guarantee you it'd be the only one we had.
Right. So they'd say, like, even though he's a jerk and he left us high and dry, he still got us that ring.
Mm-hmm.
But because the Spurs have other heroes that have won them rings and didn't screw over the franchise, it's real easy to throw Kawhi in the trash can. Giannis is the only thing that the Bucks have had good in like 20 years.
Yeah, you can justify leaving. I mean, they tried. It just hasn't worked. And now every avenue's been spent. We spent all the money. We wasted, not wasted, but we've spent draft capital as well. We went and got Dame. We signed dudes long term. It is now over. The chapter that was written for you is complete. It is now ready to start a new chapter. Ideally, you're here for the beginning of it because you won't be here for the end, or you won't be for any of it. And you get the sense that Milwaukee's about to turn the page and go back into mediocrity that small teams have to go through until they hit a jackpot like Cooper Flagg or Wemby or Tim in the Spurs case. It sucks, and I know where they're headed, and you just yearn for better days, and they're not coming around the corner.
Yeah, because it's not like Bucks fan can lean back and go, oh yeah, but remember, yeah, sure, Giannis is gone, but he was no
Kareem,
Michael Redd.
Well, oh man,
he was no Vin Baker or no
Dame.
He was no Keith Van Horn. Well, I mean, Dame was there for a whisper, but like
still, you're like there and back. Here we go. It's just
he was no Glenn Robinson. There's nothing to like grab back. Yeah, I guess if you want to go all the way back to like Kareem,
which is early 70s. So
yeah,
that's how long it
that.
had been. That's what I'm saying. They had the Don Nelson run after Kareem left, which they were good. They never got out of their conference. They never played for a title. Then they went through the Glenn Robinson era. Never did. The Vin Baker era came and went.
Yep.
That's what happens when you lose a star of a generational talent. And
well, they did get Andrew Bogut.
They did. That helped. But you look at where, as a team that's gone through it, You dream that there'll be a quick turn, that, that one guy really isn't that important, that franchises matter. And no franchise base believes more in the value of franchise over player than the Spurs. And it is a rude awakening when you go, it ain't franchise, it's player.
Yeah.
Player matters. Franchises stay, players win.
And think about what the Bucks are going to be. Well, let's assume that Dame's not around to start next season.
He won't be.
What are the Bucks going to be?
A year older is what they're going to be.
Oh my! What a disaster they'll be. I mean, that's going to be a bad team next year. If you honestly, I get. You know what I say that. I guess it depends on what they get back. But when you trade a player like Giannis, you will never, ever, ever get back proper value. Like DeMar DeRozan wasn't a bum, but he wasn't Kawhi. You know what I mean? There's always when you trade away like a top 10 player, you never get equal value back. You're always just stuck with like the best thing you can get.
Because I can wait you out. I don't have to make a deal with you today. I'll wait till he forces his way out and I get a better deal.
Yeah. So like if Giannis gets traded and they get, I don't know who's going to be in the ring, whose name is going to be in the ring for Giannis, but
I think the Spurs will be a candidate.
Do you think
the Spurs are very much going to be on the hot list, whether the Spurs want to be on that list or not. The capital that they have to offer, both draft picks and players, the money that the Spurs have underneath the cap, absolutely. If Giannis and all the big-time free agents, the Spurs are going to be on every short list because we have the money and the player
young
capital
players,
to make those kind of moves.
I wonder what the Spurs would be asked to give up.
Oh, it'd be 3-4 number ones and talent.
Well, that's the picks or whatever, because ideally the Spurs picks won't be good for much longer. But like, what is it? Steph Castle?
Steph would certainly be part of it.
Yeah, that's a bit of a bummer. But again, how often do you get a chance to get a guy like Giannis?
That's what I'm saying. So, and that'll be like that as long as the Spurs maintain this capital and have the bank account that they have. Once Giannis does say, "I want out," the Spurs are going to be mentioned on the list, whether it's part of the plan or not.
Yeah. Well, I'm interested to see where he ends up, because
I'll tell you this about Giannis. He seems like an upfront cat. He does,
but
he's got a little bit of that Euro crybaby And the moment he gets his feelings hurt, it could get ugly. He's got a little bit of that Euro, like, how dare you question me kind of thing.
Yep.
That it could get ugly with him, and he could force his way out. And
I'm
threaten to go
almost certain that's the way it's going.
Yeah. And if you're Milwaukee, hold on like it's grim death, baby. Do not let this go without a fight, because there is no come around. There is no easy fix. Even if you get all those draft picks, it's years
and
before
there's
they're
no
completed.
finding another one of these guys, because it's not just losing your best player, it's losing like the face of your franchise
and the gravity to bring in free agents. All that.
It's very much like trading away Luka. Like, it is a very similar thing, except imagine if Luka had already won you a ring. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be a painful thing, but I fully believe that this is the last game that Giannis plays with the Bucks, because I don't think they're winning tonight, and I think by this time next week, Giannis is already going to be talking about where am I going to be next year.
The clock is certainly ticking. He might not be gone to start the season, but that trade deadline coming up in the middle of the season might be where everybody's looking to see how exactly can I extricate this cat.
I think it'll be in the offseason.
You think it'll happen that soon?
Yeah. I think Giannis.
Somebody's going to have to godfather it.
I think people are just. I say people. I think Giannis is just so fed up that he's gonna say, you know what, dude?
I would do. This is advice to Milwaukee: do everything possible.
Yeah, but and he'll say, "What can you do?"
Well, whatever you ask. I mean, I'm just saying, don't be cavalier like Nico Collins is. Like, we'll get another one. It'll be okay.
You won't.
It doesn't happen like that. Players win titles, period.
Yeah. No, you're right. They're not going to get another one, but I do think that they're going to say, well, what can we do, Giannis? And he's going to go, trade me.
Well, then I beg of you, just stay quiet and know that I'm doing everything I can to get you gone. But just please stay. Let's get a deadline. You pick a date.
Yeah.
You and I mutually agree that you're not going to bitch, and I will act as if you're going to be a player forever in this uniform, and let me go to work.
Because that's the move. You don't want everybody to know that you want out of there.
Please act like you're happy and part of this, and I'll do everything I can.
Because as soon as you act like De'Aaron Fox did, you get a pile of beans for in return. Like,
you end up getting fired. That's what happens the moment he says something.
Nothing back.
You're unemployed in 6 months.
Like, wait a minute, we just gave up one of our best players and got nothing back. That's not good. Except this time it's like the franchise, and you're going to get 10 cents on the dollar. I don't know. It's unfortunate. You're right, for a place like Milwaukee, who to have a guy like that and to lose him, but also, I mean, you're fortunate that Milwaukee had a guy like that. You know what I mean?
You're not allowed to talk about it in those terms till after you've had a couple of lottery picks under your belt. Then you can look back fondly on the era. But while you're still in the middle of it, it sucks nuts, man. It's awful. It's just this has been the worst sporting experience of my life the last 4 or 5 years with the Spurs. It's with no hope.
But especially because, like, man, with Giannis, he wasn't supposed to be this. Like, the Bucks took a shot. What was he, like the 15th pick, something like 15, 16 in the middle first round? Dude who, I mean, I'll be honest, when I heard his name, I was like, who?
Well, we said the same thing about Manu. I mean, and that makes it even sweeter.
But when you find those guys, it's like, yes.
Yeah, it's even sweeter when we found him and you didn't, and you had a chance to get him. I mean, everybody knew David, everybody knew Tim, but we found Manu. Nobody saw him. We found Tony. Nobody saw him, so it made it even sweeter to have those kind of gems that only you knew you had. And Milwaukee only knew they had him after about 6 months. The word got out, but, I mean, they were the ones that knew and nobody else did. So it makes it even more difficult because he's really yours.
Because on draft day, there were Milwaukee Bucks fans who were like, who? Oh, we could have had Mason Plumlee. Oh!
Seriously, that's about where he went, and no one knew. But I think that makes it even more difficult to say goodbye because it was your little private treasure. I remember when Manu showed up and we couldn't even find any Zapruder film for him, and then everybody saw him practice once and went, holy cow.
Yeah.
Where'd this guy come from?
No, it's gonna be a kick in the balls for that organization, and it's gonna take them years to, as you've seen here. And the reason why, I guess a big reason why everybody here hates Kawhi so much is like it kind of started the unraveling.
Yes, it was the beginning of the end.
And now when you're here in the thick of it, like this era of suck, it's like, damn him. And there's going to be people. It's going to be people who are sad, and there's going to be like stages of grief for Bucks fan.
But yeah, some of it you never get over.
You're going to be angry. You're going to be sad. You're going to miss him. You're going to hug him. I don't know, man. It's going to be ugly, but he's done. He's like you. I knew when I saw Dame limping off the floor the other night. I said, "That's any hope of him coming back is gone now."
And the sad thing is, you're getting left, even though you went and got a boob job, you got your hair done,
yeah, you tried,
lost
man.
weight,
you tried, but you ain't
got on the lipo, you got the shots, you did everything you could to look good, still just wasn't good enough.
Yeah,
it didn't add up, and he still left you.
You ain't it, girl. All right, let's hit a break. We'll be right back. I'm gonna give away 311 tickets later on in the show. Be ready for that. Go see 311 in Houston. I got to tell you guys about Manrique Custom Vision. You tired of wearing glasses? Tired of wearing contacts? You don't need to. You don't need to be searching around for your glasses. You don't need to be digging your finger in your eyeball, taking out, putting in your contact lenses. Not necessary, friends. Why? Because Manrique Custom Vision offers blade-free, pain-free LASIK, totally safe, totally comfortable, and will eliminate the need for glasses or contacts. All that hassle you've been dealing with your whole life out the window. Dr. Manrique has been doing this for over 25 years. He's done over 72,000 laser corrections, which is wild. And if you're worried about the money, hey, they offer financing up to 36 months, interest-free. They'll take care of that. What's your excuse now? I know you're tired of those glasses. I know you're tired of those contacts. Why not do something about it? Get the best vision you can without that hassle. Give them a call today, 210-354-2020. Come see the Manrique difference for yourself. That's 210-354-2020 for Manrique Custom Vision.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your early morning commute, heads up on Loop 410 eastbound Starcrest to 35. That's still closed from an earlier 18-wheeler accident. It's causing about a 15-minute delay. Traffic is stopped from Nacogdoches. They're still diverting traffic onto the frontage road, so you can take Austin Highway or Harry Wurzbach as good alternate routes. We've got emergency vehicles on that westbound side, so that's closed. 410 westbound 35 over to Austin Highway. And the ramp is closed at 35 northbound, that connector to westbound 410 due to that accident. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rocket. If you feel like owning a home is out of reach, Rocket is here to give you back the keys because they believe everyone deserves a shot at the American dream. Own the dream. Visit Rocket.com or call 800-4ROCKET. Again, that's Rocket.com or call 800-4ROCKET.
Missions fans, get ready for AARP $2 Tuesdays at Wolf Stadium, presented by San Antonio Sports Star. Enjoy $2 tickets, beer, hot dogs, and more. Tonight, first pitch at 7:05 p.m. Don't miss out. Get your tickets now at samissions.com.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney and have been representing people injured in auto and commercial truck collisions right here in San Antonio, my hometown, since 1994. Getting into a collision can be a life-altering event. Your health and recovery is the only thing that really matters, and anyone that's ever been injured in a traffic collision will tell you that. How do you get the insurance company to pay? Simple. Call me. As your attorney, my job is to get you through this. The decisions you make immediately after a collision are the most important decisions you can make. If you call me as soon as you can after a collision, I will help you make the right decisions for you and your family. Remember, I do not charge for a consultation. Growing up on the southwest side of San Antonio, when Loop 410 was the edge of town, I know how overwhelming it could be to face a giant insurance company all on your own. Just keep it simple. Call me. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website at lawyerforus.com.
Testing, testing.
We're live from Chick-fil-A.
This is Grant.
And this is Laura.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich is that sweet bun.
And that chicken filet was perfectly crispy and soft at the same time.
And that Smokehouse Barbecue sauce, it's a lot of fun. And the brown sugar bacon definitely had a little bit more pizzazz. Also, the Mac, one of the all-time greats. Man, I'm getting hungry.
Order the Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich and our Coca-Cola on the Chick-fil-A app for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Nia.
Hi, Nia. It's Jennifer. Did you know that Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, I work here.
Okay. I was just double checking. Get it?
Because Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, you get me, Nia.
You could say that I double get you.
I guess we've taken it too far.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/radio, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio for your free online visit. HIMS.com/RADIO.
It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Come up on the Blitz, still plenty of reaction to the Dallas Cowboys draft class. What does Shereen Williams think about it? We'll hear from her at 5:15.
Plus, Texas country music legend Pat Green. He'll join us at 3:35.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Jason Minix, and you're listening to the home of the Texas Rangers, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Ah, yes.
Don't adjust your sets.
La carcacha.
My normal dancing doesn't work with this.
Nah.
It's hard to.
Oh, like this.
Think about that. Look at the difference between when I dance like my white guy gopher from Caddyshack dance.
Right?
Now watch what happens when I just close my fists.
See, now you're dancing.
Yeah.
See?
Now you're dancing.
You went
It's such a big move,
It
right?
is. It's the little things that
When
matter.
your hands are out, you look like the gopher from Caddyshack.
Bring them in.
When your hands are clenched, you look like you're grooving.
Now, don't put your thumbs up. You got to keep them in. Put your thumbs up.
Where do you put them?
Just keep them in. Oh, you were good.
You tuck them?
Yeah, keep them tucked. Get that thumb up. You start.
You almost got to like run in place.
You know you've been married too long when you hear stuff like this, and you and your wife just kind of end up on the floor. You didn't even realize you were dancing. Like, hey, we're dancing. You just kind of stand there before you know it. You're in the crowd like, I didn't even know I was dancing. Here we are.
Who's singing this song?
Anything.
This is Selena.
Anything for the Selenas.
Selena?
Oh, yeah.
We need to get him a mixtape. This way, if you get lost, there are certain neighborhoods, if you're a little afraid, just put Selena on. You can drive through. It's like safe passage.
Okay.
It's like waving the white flag.
It's
you're neutral. I come in peace.
Yeah, there we go.
Play your
Universal.
Selena's loud,
Yeah.
and you can get through the neighborhood safe.
I remember, what year did Selena die?
95?
94, 95.
94, I think so. I think it was in 8th grade, and I made an offhanded remark about her dying, and
yikes!
Like let's stop acting like it's a huge deal. And
oh man,
I was at my locker. And some dude punched me in the back of the head with one of those big suckers you buy from the cheerleaders. Like he put it in his hand, he wrapped it in his fist and punched me in the back of the head about Selena, and we had a fight, and I had to At the end of the fight, I was pulling out pieces of sucker out of my hair. I was all over Selena. Dude wanted to fight me over Selena.
Yeah.
Well, but you know what? Since then, I've never said a bad word about her. It's a beautiful lady.
Yes.
Beautiful lady. That's what I need to do. I need to just, Vic, why don't you get a Selena tattoo?
There's plenty of them out there.
It would look good on you, man.
Well, I do have a pretty good canvas.
Yeah.
Right? Nice tan canvas.
Yeah. Well, what are you trying to say?
What would the?
No, you have a better canvas.
What are you trying to say?
No, there's some inks that show better on your skin than mine.
Oh, for sure. Like,
Yeah, look.
especially color. Like, it's not
Yeah.
gonna work on you.
Yeah,
well,
colors
but-
really won't work.
I don't.
Colors pop out on your skin.
Yeah.
Because it's white.
Yeah, 'cause
Pale.
I'm pasty.
It's pasty. You can see through. You can
I'm
see it
a-
on the other side.
A pale
Yeah.
horse. And on his name was
Yeah,
Death.
so this one looks almost like, I don't know. It was black when I first got it.
Well,
Yeah,
I'd get it. You should get a Selena tattoo. That'd look good on you, man. That'd be puro.
It would be puro.
That's right.
You just got to
baby.
be real careful now.
Capital P.
You don't want to accidentally put something on your body that's some sort of gang symbol.
Well, yeah.
On accident.
The Selenas?
So you never know, man.
Yeah.
They might be one tough-ass crew. You never know. That's that those Selenas will take you out.
I already have it. I think it would be cultural appropriation for me to get a Selena tattoo, but
Well,
maybe I should have made my luchador tattoo. I should have made it Selena instead of the luchador.
No, because Desgraciado and Selena do not go together.
No. Well,
No.
okay. All
That
right.
would get you in a fight.
I should have got that the fat chick that killed her. I should have gotten a tattoo of her.
You'd
That said
have to do
Elvis
like
Graciado.
Ghostbusters, though. You'd have to do the circle with a line.
Yeah, I hate her. I hate
Yeah.
that bitch. Trifling ass.
We don't speak her name.
I don't even know her name, but
Good.
she's bad.
Yeah, she got denied parole, I
Yeah.
believe, and that's all
She's
that matters.
safer where she is.
Yeah, I was going to say, she
For
is
your own
safer there.
safety.
They
we
should
ain't
let her
letting
out. They should let her out.
No,
See what the peoples do.
it won't last.
The gente.
She'll get Epstein.
The gente will take care of
Yes,
this.
she will.
She'll get Epstein. She's safer where she is.
I'm
She-
surprised
like-
it hasn't happened in there yet.
Well, me
And
too.
her parole board, she's like, "I'd kill that bitch again.
Yeah, don't let me out.
You bet. I dare you to let me out." They're like, She doesn't want to get out of there. She knows.
But now I remember her name. I'm not going to say it, but I remember her name.
Okay. Her and Kawhi, you don't say their name.
No, we don't say there's
Voldemort's both.
Yeah, they're both Voldemort.
Chris says you don't get the Spurs symbol out here.
No, don't get the Spurs.
Don't get a Spurs
Don't
tattoo.
get I heard Astros either.
You have a
Astros
Spurs
rough.
tattoo, though.
I do.
You in the gang?
I do. Well,
You got it before the
I'm
gang.
kind of like the upper level mobsters. I don't get dirty.
Okay. That's a good move.
I'm not of the streets.
That's a good. You should cover that tattoo up with a Selena tattoo if you're worried about it being gang affiliated.
Hey, Selena is universal. You'll
I
get
think
away
so.
with it.
I think so.
Yeah. You could just turn it into a U and bitty bitty bum bum. Like
I think you should get bitty bitty bum bum right where it belongs.
that's a good idea, actually. Yeah. Now we're on to something.
Oh, see, here we go.
Oh, Selena tattoos. Let's see the best.
You got to be real careful with face tattoos.
That's Selena Gomez.
Yeah, we don't want a Selena
here's one.
Gomez tattoo.
There we go. See, that's you got to be real careful. You got to trust.
I don't know how I feel about that one.
See, that's not all that good.
That face, no.
Yeah, she looks like she's
not
constipated. She doesn't look like she's doing.
Because she was hot in real life. That's not hot.
No, she's not this one.
That's better.
Yeah,
That's better. Yeah.
Yeah, see how the logo. And
Yeah.
Look at that. That's pretty good.
Yeah, go ahead and flex for me.
But I'd want her.
That's
in
about
the.
1,000. How much is that? How much do you think that is?
It depends on how big it is. That's probably at least a G though. Yeah.
I was gonna say
How many M's? How many G's?
I'll do it. I'll do it for like 7 M's.
7 M's.
I'll play. It's like the money doesn't matter to me. I'd play for like 7 M's.
Somebody slap
See,
me.
I would get something like that.
See, that would be more appropriate for me.
What's that one on the top? The third one from the left.
Oh yeah.
See, that's when you were.
Yikes! Who is that supposed to be?
That's Michael Myers. Actually,
That's supposed to be Selena. See, that's why you got to trust your artist. That's not Selena.
Whoops.
Yeah, if that type of tattoo is like $200, then don't do it.
You got good hair, though.
Yeah, that's what I would. If I got a tattoo like that and Selena came out looking like Michael Myers, I would just put a pumpkin with a knife in it and I'd go with the theme. Like,
No, you're not done yet.
oh man. that.
That's not bad.
Look, that's a pretty good forearm.
That was all right.
That one looks like no, go.
Oh,
no.
Yikes! There's a lot of teeth there.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Oh
God.
Actually, not a bad idea in the offing.
Like a sugar skull
Yeah,
type
not a bad
situation.
idea. Just didn't execute very well.
Selena Quintanilla, Day of the Dead portrait.
Just didn't execute well. But a good idea.
Selena. Yeah, I think getting the name is probably the safe bet. Getting her face tattooed is just going to go. And that's the other thing. Once you like.
And that's her logo type.
Once your tattoo starts sagging, like a face is only going to look way worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or here, put it on your wrist. AJ put Selena.
Selena.
On your wrist.
A little heart. Oh.
Big fan.
One for my dad. One for Selena.
Yeah, one for Selena.
Yes. Yes. Astro star, Dallas Cowboy star, Longhorn logo, all gang related.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Well, don't get any sports team tattoos, friends. That's a general
probably
rule
pretty
of
good
thumb.
advice.
General rule of thumb. Although I do feel one day, if like when I'm 60 or whatever, if the Bills ever win a Super Bowl, I'll probably get something to commemorate
you have
it.
to.
Yeah.
I mean,
I won't get a.
That was not bad.
I think I'll get but it'll be an O.J. Simpson tattoo. That way, at least
like 32.
It'll be a good No, it'll be O.J.'s face.
Oh, a whole face.
Yeah, it'll be a good conversation piece.
Him with a glove and a ring.
Yeah, he'll be holding up the glove.
We'll have a glove on with a championship ring.
Little tiny ring or tiny glove with a ring on it.
Just barely. It does not fit, so the ring would be. I think we have.
If the ring doesn't fit, you must have quit.
I think we're getting there.
Or it'll be Josh Allen on his knee putting a ring on OJ's finger, but the ring will be too small.
Did you hear Josh Allen call it? Was it a local radio show yesterday?
I didn't hear that.
Josh called in and said, enough about my wide receivers. We're good. We get 30 a night. Talk about the defense.
Yeah, he's good. I mean, the Bills spent, I think, 7 of their 9 draft picks were on defense, and the Bills fans were like, we got to get a wide receiver. Got to get a wide receiver 1.
He called in and
I said, dude,
we're getting 30 a night. I don't know what you guys want. What you guys are talking about.
Notice when Stephon Diggs got kicked to the curb, Josh Allen won the MVP. Like, because there's nobody bitching about, give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball. Beat it, bro. You want to complain? Beat it. You know who I'm saying that to now? James Cook. James Cook's mad. He wants to get paid. He wants those big bucks. Hey, man, you think you can go be better somewhere else? Beat it, kid. Good luck.
Well, his
Beat
brother,
it, Bubba.
His brother's going to be a Cowboy eventually.
Well, one day.
I mean, he's going to learn the playbook.
Just
get younger.
It's almost there. It's almost every day he's getting a little bit better. He's out there practicing.
Well, speaking of, it was in my sports center because the Cowboys didn't address wide receiver, didn't draft anybody, and Mingo evidently isn't really what we've thought.
John and Mingo, no, he's exactly what we thought.
What we were told he was going to be. But
he's exactly what we thought.
Amari Cooper seems to be out there in the
That's another one. Former Buffalo Bill. He came up last year and he couldn't even get on the field. He couldn't get on the field with Buffalo. Buffalo doesn't have wide receivers. Amari Cooper couldn't get on the field in big moments. That tells you where he's at.
Yeah, what I'm getting toward is let's just all remember what we talked about when he left the first time, when we let him go to Cleveland, when we traded. He was a guy who couldn't close games out, who was known as he was making business decisions. He wouldn't stretch for balls if it was. So as the Cowboys try to paint that, this is perfect. The great Amari Cooper back to save the day. This guy's washed.
He's donezo.
This is not an answer. Now I'm happy where the Cowboys are right now. They've been very appropriate. But Amari
here's
Cooper
the thing.
is not appropriate.
Well, let me ask you this. Where would Amari Cooper fit on the depth chart if he were in Dallas, though? Even this version of Amari Cooper.
See, that's what's terrible is he probably would be WR2. He would be that.
So even though he's washed, it's like, I mean, you get a better guy, but it's not a good thing.
But he's not the answer.
No, he's not.
He fills in a gap, but he is not the answer. So don't let the powers that be try to convince you anywhere otherwise. Don't let them give you a couple of the I'm trying to find a good appropriate. Ben hitting threes in the summer. Don't buy a couple of Amari Cooper workout videos saying, "Oh, this is the guy we wanted 6 years ago." No, this guy's long done. He's gone through 2 other teams who couldn't get on the field.
Yeah, and you're like, there's a lot of those guys right now that have names, and you're gonna go, "Oh, that guy's good, right?" And it's gonna be like, it's guys like Keenan Allen. You know, did Keenan Allen end up somewhere? Did he sign with a team?
Probably not yet, but he will.
Yeah, he will.
And he won't be an answer. He'll be a gap filler.
And like DeAndre Hopkins goes to the Ravens, and it's like, ooh, got DeAndre D-Hop. No, DeAndre Hopkins. No, that's not it's not D-Hop anymore.
No. So I hope that the rumors are wrong.
That's Darren Hopkins now.
Seriously, I'd rather you err on an undrafted free agent than an old dog with no new trick.
No, I'm with you.
Know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not going to work out well. All right, man, we're already halfway there, friend. On the other side of this break, I'm going to give away those 311 tickets. The Spring Tour 2025, May 9th in Houston. Somebody's going. I'm going to be there, I think. I'm pretty sure I'm going. And we'll be there together. And people of the world, join hands. We'll do that at the 311 concert. We'll smoke drugs. It'll be a good time. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Luxury is having a choice between Taco Bell's new $5, $7, and $9 Lux Craving Boxes. It's luxury because there's no wrong choices. There's just right cravings. So choose your Lux Cravings box at Taco Bell today. At participating stores while supplies last. Prices vary. Drinks exclude freezes. Tax extra.
Always find what you love at Total Wine & More. With so many bottles to choose from, at the lowest prices for over 30 years, find what you love and love what you find at Total Wine & More. Spirits not sold in Virginia and North Carolina. Drink responsibly. B21.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Transform your water with Connecticut. For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station, $400 off with a trade-in, and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Don't wait. The offer ends soon. Call Connecticut today.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the OrthoNow Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. OrthoNow provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, OrthoNow has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card, so let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Oh, wow, honey, I love it. It's so beautiful and so sparkly.
Just like you, Mom. Happy Mother's Day.
I'll wear it every day. It goes with everything.
This Mother's Day, wow Mom with spirit-lifting, outfit-making, express your love jewelry. Shop jtv.com/mom for wow-worthy and budget-friendly styles.
I'm never taking it off.
Another wow factor? Sign up for JTV Text and get $30 off. If she loves jewelry, she'll love JTV.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Missions fans, get ready for AARP $2 Tuesdays at Wolf Stadium, presented by San Antonio Sports Star. Enjoy $2 tickets, beer, hot dogs, and more. Tonight, first pitch at 7:05 p.m. Don't miss out. Get your tickets now at samissions.com.
Hi, I'm Jason Thompson. I'm a personal injury attorney, and since 1994, I've been helping people and their families seriously injured or killed by negligent drivers. My website is alawyerforus.com. I use that phrase because I know that there's no way a regular San Antonian can possibly beat a billion-dollar insurance company alone. You will need an experienced attorney to stand up for you and get what you and your family deserve. This month, my father will retire after 50 years of practicing law, doing what he taught me to do, help people in need. Stand up for the people that cannot. Use the skills you have to help the people in your community win and where you can. When an insured driver seriously injures someone, a billion-dollar insurance company uses everything it can to pay as little as possible. Every insurance company you have heard of has a very large staff of attorneys already working against you. If you or a family member has been seriously injured because of a negligent driver, call me, Jason Thompson, as soon as you can after a collision. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400. Or check out my website, alawyerforus.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Our heaviest delays continue to be this closure on the northeast side on Loop 410. Eastbound still closed, Starcrest to 35. That's causing a 15-minute delay. This is due to an 18-wheeler accident. So slow from Nacogdoches. You can take Austin Highway, Harry Wurzbach, Carenbide, Walsum to avoid the area for now. The westbound side is also closed as well. 410 westbound 35 to Austin Highway. And it's also impacting traffic. That ramp is closed on 35 northbound, that connector to get onto westbound 410. 35 northbound Nogalitos downtown, still working that accident, left lane. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NBA, the Cavs are on to the second round after destroying the Miami Heat in Game 4 by 55 to finish the easy sweep. Houston Rockets fell last night to the Golden State Warriors 109-106. Post-draft ramifications follow the Dallas Cowboys as they did not address the number 2 wide receiver in the draft. Nick Harris of the Fort Worth Star-Telegram reports that the Bears building interest in bringing back free agent Amari Cooper. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
.01 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Who wants to go see 311? The Spring Tour 2025 with Bad Flower and Misio. It's Friday, May 9th at 713 Music Hall in Houston. Let's see. How do we give these away? You know what? Let's just do caller. I was gonna do something, but it would have been distasteful. Now that I think about it, it would have been distasteful.
Oh, yeah. Good thinking it through.
We play this through.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, let's just do caller number 5. That's the best
it.
way to do it. Yeah. The other way, some people would have gotten their feelings hurt. I don't need that in my life. I don't need it. I don't need that. We're halfway there on a Tuesday, though. Tuesday's almost over, Rob.
Well, for us.
For everyone.
Why?
Just because, how long can it really be?
Tuesday?
Yeah.
Roughly 16 more hours. 15
that
hours.
Sucks, but that's pretty good, right? That's better than 24.
Well, most people are just starting. We are halfway through.
That's true. I guess so. I'm just trying to I'm trying to make it better.
It'll feel better tomorrow. But it's Fiesta. We don't want to go too fast.
That's true. I've got to spend today and tomorrow. I've got to go. I've got to find the. I got to find the house. I got 2 days. I've got it narrowed down. I'm seeing a couple more houses, and the decision's going to be. I got to get an offer in this week.
Deadlines make deals, man.
They do.
Just don't let them see you sweat.
It's going to have to be.
You are not a motivated buyer. You're just a passing.
I can take it or leave it. Take it or leave it.
Make it easy for me. I might be happy to move in here.
Yeah. I don't know what the I got a text from my realtor who I'll read you exactly what it says. You tell me what this could mean. When it says we've got a buyer who here.
So this is for your place in Vegas.
No, this is for me looking for one.
So
here.
this is your realtor talking about a potential seller.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I said, let's go look at this house, and she talked to their realtor and got a visit set up. And then he texted her, and she screenshotted and sent it to me and said, "There's some room on the price. Seller's ready to be done with having their home on the market. It's been a while. Good luck with your showings." What does that mean exactly?
That means you can lowball and grin while you do it.
But what's an appropriate lowball? Like what percentage of the price? Like
how many days on the market?
Okay.
I mean, it depends on the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And then, there's the offer, and then there's what closes on the offer. Okay. There's the buy-in points, selling points, move-in, close date, all those little things that really can close a deal. That's where you make your money. If they're motivated, they will help you at that part of the deal. The total cost, I've always seen a little bit of wiggle, but not a lot. But it's in the details where you can get out pretty good.
73 days it's been on the market.
That's a long time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I get the sense if they don't like yours, they might rip it off the market. So this might be the last gasp for a minute or two.
Okay. So we'll talk about off air what the offer should be.
That is for professionals above and beyond my pay grade. But
But I like it when
about
they're
95% of that. Yeah.
When their realtor's like, "Hey man, I
got to get this out of my
do
hair.
Something
they're going to hire somebody else."
They're trying to get off this thing. I like that. 100 off for every 1,000. That's 10%,
and that's a good starting point.
Right.
But you might want to go deeper than that. Let's see how motivated you are.
Okay, all right.
Let's see where your panic
I'll give you $20,000 for this house, friend. I don't think they're going to take that, but
that's the price of a house in 71, maybe. But
you can throw in some gift cards, maybe.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And some tickets,
and
a medal.
And if it doesn't work out, I'm
got medals.
I'm just going to live with Vic.
Yeah, we'll all move in with Vic.
Vic's got room for me.
Yeah,
I got plenty of space.
I got plenty of space. I got a big living room, big garage.
Didn't somebody move out of your neighborhood?
Were you talking about?
Yeah, you said.
Oh, it was a guy across the street from me.
He's gone, huh?
Yeah.
His house for sale?
It's for rent, and I think somebody rented it. I was trying to get it for my son, but didn't do it. They want $1,500 for that house.
$1,500 a month?
Yep.
That's about the rate. 3 bedroom,
that's
2
bad?
bath. That's about the rate, no matter where you are in this city.
Dude, my apartment's $1,200 and something bucks a month.
Yeah, I guess that's right
for a 1-bedroom apartment.
Really? He's got a 3-bedroom, but there's upkeep with houses.
No, when you're renting, you
still got to do some stuff.
You got to mow the lawn and stuff. But like, if your pipe breaks, they come fix it.
Yeah, but you still got utilities and whatnot that you might not be dealing with.
Yeah, that's true.
I've gone through this with my son. I'm always amazed, like the amount that renters can charge for a house. I'm just like this. It's criminal.
This looks like a $800 a month house, easy. Just the way it looks.
And that's the market.
I don't think $800 a month houses exist anymore.
Oh no, not anymore.
Yeah.
No, but you feel like this is about 800.
20 years ago when I got my house, it was $500 a month.
I'll never forget my first mortgage.
Yeah, that's how much mine was. $500.
3 digits, man. $756 mortgage. That was beautiful. I mean, that's 35 years ago, but
still.
The house that I just signed off to sell, I'll be giving up a 2.9 interest rate.
Well, when I bought my first house, I paid
have a
right at 9%.
on mine right now.
I bought my first house. I bought in the early 90s. I did pay right at 10%, and that was the market back then. So you can bail out of those really quick. But if you're stuck,
I refinanced during
I bailed out pretty quick, but I got it. My first mortgage was 10%.
Yeah, something tells me I'm not going to get a 2.9 this time around.
No, that's not going to happen.
Maybe 4?
No,
maybe
it ain't gonna be
5?
4.
If you can find something in the 5s, you're doing good.
They told me if you bring the guy who does my financing for the houses was like, if you bring $25K to closing, we can get you down to around 5.5.
Yeah.
And I'm
that's about the best you're going to get.
That's where your wiggle is, right there. That's where you make your money.
Yeah, but it's not when I go from a 2.9 to a 5.5.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about getting into your house. You know that the interest rates are where they are, and they're probably not going to go much further down.
No, I think the days of 3s and 4s are probably gone.
Probably not anytime soon.
Man, what a life we had.
Well,
we didn't even realize it.
No.
Remember when you could buy a pack of cigarettes for $4
with a note from your mom?
Yeah.
Yep.
Those were the days, man. Those were the
anymore.
days. What was a 6-pack of beer like?
I remember vividly. It was about $3.
What year was that?
Last time I cared.
Like what?
Last time I really, there was a time when you did the math. Like, how much is this beer?
When you were in college, how much was a 6-pack of beer?
Oh, under 3. Yeah. I remember we would buy cases of Lone Star for like $15 and return the bottles. So we kept returning the bottles.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah,
it was $15
you,
case with the bottles. So that was all we drank because you could literally return the bottles and get it half off or a fair amount off anyway.
I was thinking about it the other day. I went to a bar and I had 4 beers over, watching a game. Sat down, had 4 beers, no food, nothing. Got my tab, $38.
That's Fiesta prices.
Wow.
Well, that's $8-9 beers. That's Fiesta prices now.
Damn it.
That's why you get drunk before you go.
$9 cups of beer, and we stand in line for 15 minutes for the privilege.
Oh yeah, at least 2.5 hours of your stay there is in line.
But I need those cups. I need them. I know that it's friendlier for the earth if we just drink out of aluminum cans. I need those plastic cups.
But the plastic cups they stole them from Dutch Brothers at Oyster
No, I'm
Bay.
talking about the logoed
Dutch Brothers.
They really did.
No, they had Dutch Bros cups.
Okay.
They did.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the logoed white plastic annual cups that we all grew up collecting here in San Antonio. We have to have one event.
I still have La Semana from '89.
I still have. Yeah. I use those cups for a variety of things, and I restock. Like I restock on cups and Fiesta, and then I restock at pitchers from Worst Fest. I get my pitchers, Worst Fest, and my cups. That's from when company comes over. That's the good stuff.
But if I brought you, if I went to like IKEA and bought you a 10-pack of plastic cups, it wouldn't get you the satisfaction.
I want the Nyosa 2025 cup, and I want about 30 of them, and then I want the 26. Like I have cups from decades ago that it's just part of the lore of Fiesta, and it's going away. And if you look at the old cups to the new, they're getting smaller. They're shrinking on top of their availability.
I wish they would just do let you do Edward 40 hands at the.
That's what you walk in and they just tape
if it's really
a 40 onto your
Fiesta,
hands. And it's kind of like those things that you put your phones in when you go to a concert.
This is the way Rob's house looks.
They just that's for when
all
company's
from the
over.
separate years.
Yeah, for like Thanksgiving and we got friends and family over, we bust out the Nyosa cups.
Yeah,
they're only kind of stained.
Yeah. Gilbert says his bar on Thousand Oaks and Henderson Pass, his tabs are less than 25. Well. Yeah, my
location.
Yeah,
location.
I was over. I think that's Thousand Oaks where I was yesterday.
Exactly where you were.
And my tab was a lot, but
yeah, I don't.
We went hard. What are you gonna do?
But, just because your tab's small.
Yeah,
I mean, there's.
It all depends on what kind of a good time you're trying to have.
I mean, there's some nights I will drink cheap beer just because I want a lot of it, and there's some nights I'm not going to. I'm not going to lower my standards.
Like Easter when I drank Lone Star Light for dinner.
Oh, yeah, with ramen. Right? Jeez. Yeah,
Rob
there's no
said,
steak
now
dinner
that's
here.
just sad.
That was the saddest thing I'd ever seen.
That was the saddest thing. I'm over here. I had, what did I have? What, a T-bone, I think it was?
You had
T-bone, and then you had
got that porchetta going.
Yeah.
And then a couple of ramens and some 16-ounce Lone Star Lights.
I wanted to go buy a steak and take it to you.
No, I didn't feel that bad. I was
Here you go, buddy.
Sad.
Rob didn't feel bad for me.
No,
I would have just given you the package. Just eat it out of the package. You'd like it rare.
Really, I was trying to get you to invite me over your house.
I know what you were trying to do.
I thought Vic would invite me over, and he's like, no. He said, oh.
Nah, there's too many.
He just said, Happy Easter. I got too many kids already.
Yeah. They think the owner of the house is there.
I only got 4 steaks.
No, man. Hector says his favorite cup is the year they misspelled San Antonio.
Oh, I remember that. That's been a little bit.
That's
when was that?
That's a bad look.
It was Santonio.
Yeah.
Santonio?
Santonio.
It was Santonio.
Okay.
Hold on.
Well,
I'll find it.
at least you can say teen juice. Like you were just trying something. You know, you're trying something else.
It's an eye catcher.
Now, teen juice doesn't make sense. It's teen Jesus.
Or teen juice.
Teen juice.
It's got a hook.
Well, that doesn't make
There
sense.
it
It'd be
is.
teen sus.
Ta-da. I have that cup.
A night in old Santonio.
Yeah.
Old Santonio. That
Like
works.
Santonio Holmes.
It's close enough. Close enough.
Close enough.
All right. When we come back, we're going to take a look at the games going on tonight. We talked about the Bucks game. I want to get a look at the rest of the series going on right now. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Dr. Jacob Torres is my doctor. He didn't start that way. Now, the Institute for Functional Health is a full-service medical professional building. They do everything from soup to nuts. General practitioning, of course. That's not why I walked in. I first met Dr. Torres about 8 years ago at the Institute for Functional Health. I walked in talking weight loss. And while he does that, that's just part of his medical practice. And I think the term functional health is really the most important part about what he does. Everything that Dr. Torres and his wonderful staff focuses on is getting you functionally healthy. Are you feeling good? Is today better than yesterday? Are you doing the right things to live a better and longer life? And if you are, a lot of things fall in place, and first and foremost is weight loss. Dr. Torres has put together programs for thousands of people just like you to lose weight in ways that will maintain, in ways that you can stay skinny. A lot of us have dieted before, lost weight, and then put it right back on. Most of the time, even more than we lost. This is not how Dr. Torres works. You learn to lose weight the old-fashioned way. You take in fewer calories than you burn, you're going to lose weight. Now, there are certainly syndromes and symptoms of things that you might be dealing with below the surface that are affecting your health, and Dr. Torres certainly understands that. You get a full evaluation. They find out how and why you got to where you are, and it's addressed. And then the weight starts to fall off, and before you know it, you're living a lifestyle that you keep weight off and you continue to lose. That's me now. I want that for you. Call him today. Let him explain to why he's been so successful. The number's 210-468-1891. His website is iffhealth.com. Go there. It's a great resource. But listen, if it's time to change your life, if you are ready to feel better and look better too, call Dr. Torres today. He will change your life. And when he does, come on by and thank me later.
Join us for San Antonio's premier Fiesta event, Taste of the Northside, presented by H-E-B, Thursday, May 1st at 6. Experience gourmet food and wine tastings, sip on elevated spirits and cold brews, and enjoy live entertainment at our new location, The Rock at La Cantera. All proceeds benefit Brighton Center, serving children with disabilities and developmental delays in San Antonio. Limited all-inclusive tickets are $300 in advance and can be purchased at tasteofthenorthside.org. Viva Fiesta!
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collisions since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
Listen up, San Antonio. At University of Maryland Global Campus, you can get college credit for the stripes you've earned. Turn your military rank into college credit to save time and money on an online degree. Eligible enlisted service members and previously enlisted veterans may receive up to 12 credits for select undergraduate courses based on their rank, and up to 90 credits in total for prior learning, military experience, and training. Classes start soon.
Learn more at umgc.edu/SATX.
There's a reason Intuitive Services Group handles our janitorial needs here at 94.1. They're local and serious about cleanliness. From nightly cleaning to detailed floor care, they deliver. We trust them, and you can too. Call Mo at 830-470-3007. That's 830-470-3007.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/radio, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio for your free online visit. HIMS.com/RADIO.
He's coming. Here he goes. Surprise! Your table saw broke. Also, the warranty expired weeks ago, so you need to pay for a new one out of pocket.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Oh, and the replacement part you ordered doesn't fit, so it's completely useless. What a waste.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Come up on the Blitz, still plenty of reaction to the Dallas Cowboys draft class. What does Shereen Williams think about it? We'll hear from her at 5:15.
Plus, Texas country music legend Pat Green. He'll join us at 3:35.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime! Morning Huddle 94.1. This is Vic's music. Sometimes Vic plays music for Rob. Sometimes he plays music for me. This is for Vic.
Yeah.
This reminds Vic of his glory days.
Remember Club Yo-Yos?
No, what?
You don't remember?
Yo-Yos?
It was on San Pedro.
About halfway,
like on that hill.
It's over by the driving range. Yeah.
I don't remember that club.
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
It's been about 25 clubs.
No,
over the
Rob
years.
remembers Broad Street.
Broad Street.
This is way before Broad Street, though.
Mm-hmm.
Or after.
There's some crimes committed at Broad Street, both in and out.
Want to talk about the games coming up tonight, but before we do, I want to talk about the NBA, who continues to try and tweak their All-Star game. And
you're gilding the lily.
I will say this. What did we talk about when the NHL did this All-Star thing and it worked really well?
I think we're there. I do think that it's been a long time in coming, but we can now, I think, manufacture at least 3 countries to provide a rivalry that will be fun.
It says the NBA is mulling formats that lean into the idea of international play, to some extent leaning a little bit on the idea of U.S. versus the rest of the world. NBC is very much leaning into it, given their role. We are as well, looking to do something new and different yet again, but excited about the possibility. Now, the next NBA All-Star game will be in L.A. at the new Clippers Arena. It's going to be a Sunday afternoon start time instead of Sunday evening because they want to go directly into the Winter Olympics.
Oh, yeah. Olympics next year, that's right.
And dude, I'm excited for the Winter Olympics because of that hockey tournament. It got me all fired up, and I'm like,
it's fun.
That's right.
I never care about the Winter Olympics, and now I'm going to care.
Oh, I always like the Winter Olympics.
I don't like I think Olympics are a very overrated thing.
Why?
I don't know. Like, because we're better at stuff than everybody. It's not even that fun. Like, everybody else.
Watch the Winter Olympics. No, we're not. In the winter, we're not
We'll
quite
do
up
just
to
fine.
No, those guys can ski and shoot.
Well,
we're not good at that for some reason. You'd think we would be.
Just got to beat Canada.
Isn't it Ukrainian that won the pistol thing?
They're
like the average old Joe.
They don't even have a country anymore, though.
I know.
Like, that guy's not going to be competing.
Well, no, they can compete. It's the Russians that aren't allowed.
Yeah,
that's right.
But imagine you're a Ukrainian and, like, Vladimir Klitschko's the president of your country, and he's out there fighting wars, and you're just like some guy who skis around and shoots guns, and instead of fighting, like, using your gun to fight the war, you're over playing in the Olympics.
Well, that's why they're really good. They have been using their skis and guns. They've been practicing in real world
That's actually
environments,
how
man.
they fight wars.
This is a weekend off.
That's actually how they fight
Pull
wars.
them off the front, the Russian front, and go shoot some guns in L.A. You get their very best.
But we've talked about this a little bit, about how it would be fun to do a USA versus the world.
I think it's time. We couldn't do that for the longest, but I do think there's enough. I wouldn't go just USA versus the world. I would go USA, France, USA, Spain. Canada can put together a pretty good team too. I think we're to the point where we don't need to be us against them. It's all of us.
Well, it talks about the NBA says about 70% of the players in the league are American today. But they've tried to get it to, or they're hoping it gets to a number where it's more viable every year to have this competition. But Giannis, Wemby, Jokic, Shea, Pascal Siakam.
You just named all the different countries.
Right, and I also named, like, Giannis, Jokic, Shea, like the three, and Luka, like the four best players in the league.
All the MVPs.
Yeah.
And you could, Embiid is not, Embiid could be considered international as well.
Şengün, Karl Anthony Towns plays internationally for the Dominican.
Oh, he's Dominican.
Yeah. So, and he's like, that's a pretty good.
Yeah, there's enough, especially the French. French can put together a full roster, not just 5 starters. They can put together 12 dudes, and the Spaniards could for a minute there. Certainly the Canadians can put together a full roster. I think that there's maybe not initially, but I like the idea of not us against the world, but we are now to the point where countries can put together rosters. Now,
I mean, I'd like that too, but I just don't know if we're quite to like that.
We're not quite there, but I don't like the idea. We won't win. If it's us against the world, we won't win.
And I like that. Well, I like that there's at least a doubt.
Well, there's not a doubt. We shouldn't win.
We shouldn't. But it's the same way when U.S. played Canada in hockey. Canada was probably better, but I still had enough hope.
I'm in. I think it will be very difficult. It won't be the Olympics. Olympics are hard. This will be impossible, brother. I mean, there's no way that Team USA beats the internationals. No way.
Well, there's a way.
No way.
Do you believe in miracles?
Or unlikelihoods.
Yes!
Oh, here we go.
We're to the point. This would be like that. Can you imagine the starting lineup that the international? It would be.
That's what our country needs.
It would
Rob.
be Goon Squad, no doubt.
That's what our country needs.
Yeah.
And we need.
I don't want to watch us lose on our game. I don't want to see that because they'll beat us.
We need the international team to represent like China or Russia or like one of our enemies,
right?
And that way. It'll feel real good when we beat them. Like, as a country, we'll feel real good. And we'll be like,
come together.
We beat the Chinese.
How are we going to feel when we lose to Lithuania?
And then Jokic is going to say, I'm not Chinese. And they'll say, yes, you are. Today you are. You're Chinese.
I'm not going to feel very good about myself when the Italians beat us.
Rob,
or the French. The French will beat us.
The Sicilians.
You have no faith, Rob. Come on, man.
You want to? This is not. I need to kick Canada's ass.
You know what we got?
Wow.
You know what we got that they don't? Bronny James.
Oh.
What do you mean, womp womp?
40-year-old Bronny?
No, Bronny, little Bronny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So us against the world will lose.
I think we would.
Well, why would the NBA want to manufacture that?
Gilbert says San Antonio would be cheering the French team, though.
We might.
So?
Maybe. You know what?
We might.
Man.
Maybe.
San Antonio is a military city.
And
America
there's a lot
through
of
and through.
Americans with Argentinian jerseys with number 20 of them walking around. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Hating ass haters. Let's look at the games tonight. We mentioned the Bucks Pacers. That's the opening tip on NBA TV. That's going to get going at 5. I think you and I, neither one of us have much faith that the Bucks are going to put up a fight here. It feels like
after
a
last
farewell
night,
tour.
Yeah, after what Miami just raising the white flag, I don't hold out a whole lot of hope.
Well, 3 of the games going tonight are sitting at 3-1. That includes the Pistons-Knicks, which has been a competitive series game by game, but does sit at 3-1 and now transfers back to Madison Square Garden. Do the Pistons have another game in them, or is it?
I do.
Is it
I think they're the best game they played for about 32 minutes. The first game for 32 minutes, they played a great basketball.
Well, and then they won the second game there too.
Right, but the best game they played was 32 minutes of that first game. I think they believe they can win there. That's the one that I don't think gets closed out tonight.
Magic Celtics. It's hard to come up with a reason why now that it's back in Boston that the Celtics don't get the job done here.
Yeah.
But the game I'm excited about is this Clippers-Nuggets game, although it starts at 9 o'clock.
I'm going to be knee-deep in Frontier Town by that point.
What's Frontier Town?
Part of the Nyosa landscape.
Oh. What is that, like will you wear a cowboy hat? What's it going to be like?
Well, there's different neighborhoods in the little village in La Vita, and one of them is Frontier Town, and it's this giant square with that's
what makes it special?
Nothing but the crowd. It's just the largest gathering area in Nyosa, in La Vita, so it tends to
want a smaller gathering area.
Well, at least there you can kind of move on the edges later in the evening, but Frontier Town is probably the most crowded part. See, the difference between...
You're stressing me out with this.
The good news is, dude, you're so tall, it doesn't matter. We're above the crowd. It's the 5, 8, and below that are in the thick of it.
Like the crowd at Oyster Bake, I can handle.
There was nothing.
See,
that was nothing.
I want that to be it.
Friday night at Nyosa is the biggest crowd, the thickest crowd you'll ever be in.
That.
You cannot be in a thicker crowd than Friday night about 9:45, headed down.
And you're all like this.
The street, headed toward Frontier Town through Clown Alley. You will never be in a more crowded area.
There's a place called Clown Alley?
Yeah.
Is that another, is it like Frontier
It's another
Town?
little neighborhood inside,
Okay.
and Clown Alley is what it is. There's like kids games in there.
Okay. But people do adults dress as clowns?
Not intentionally.
Good. Yeah, I would be out on that. I don't like adults dressing as clowns.
There are a couple of clowns.
Oh yeah, there's going to be some
there, but
idiots.
no roaming clowns. No,
No.
those guys end up getting beat up.
Okay, good. As it should be.
Walking around like it.
As it should be. Clippers Nuggets tonight. The Clippers favored on the road again.
Do you pretend to have any idea what's going to happen tonight?
All I can do
I
is
have no idea.
I can't. All I can do is stick with my original gut feeling that the Clippers are going to win this series because I think they're the better defensive team. They're a deeper team, but I don't know. I don't. You're right. There's no way anybody can feel like super confident one way or the other. The way these games have ended, I mean, think about it. Think about the game one that was a 2-point. I mean, there's been one blowout game.
And it was a punt. We give it to you.
Yeah.
Just like the end of a tennis game 2.
The other three games have been decided by a total of 7 points.
So, you know, and here's the one worry I have about the Clippers is they're playing so well right now, and they're having trouble. That's the one thing about this, because the Clippers are playing, and Kawhi specifically, are playing the best they have played all year. I mean, most everything is working for him. Zubac's had a great game. Norman Powell had him a game. As much as I hate to say it, James Harden's had a hell of a series. I mean, they're playing really well. One of them, they kicked ass and took names. Others was a struggle and a loss, and they're playing that well. That's the one worry I have about the Clippers is, do they have any more?
Well, here's the thing on the counterpoint to that is, the 2 games the Nuggets have won, one of them was in overtime in a game that they were lucky to even be in, and the other one was on a last-second dunk that they had to like review 20 times to even see if it counted. So like
I agree, they did, and they lost.
They're taking it's taken every bit of the Nuggets to barely eke out wins.
But the Clippers are doing all they can too. So I look forward to a great game. I just feel like the winner of this series will be the first one to, and as is typical, to make a mistake, to do something out of the norm where a game gets away from them where they just can't make it up. And we haven't gotten there yet. It could be tonight.
The winner of this series, of course, gets to play the Thunder. There's your big prize.
Yeah, that's the other part.
Congratulations, boys. You've graduated.
You just hope that OKC is thawing out, that they're sitting someplace and not able to keep that edge.
So when you say the Clippers are playing well and they, what do they have another level? Like they need like 10 more levels if they're going to get there. But I mean, it's round by round, and you got to have to have a puncher's chance. You got to be in the ring,
and they got a puncher's chance,
and they can get in the ring
for sure
with a win here. But yeah, it does feel like. I don't know. Are there any 3-1 series that you feel like the team that's down has a chance? The Lakers, the Rockets?
Detroit has played equal to the Knicks. They've just frittered things away. And it could easily look in the mirror and go, we should be up 3-1. I mean, they feel like, they gave one away at home. They certainly gave up with one of the longest playoff runs in history, 21-0 run or whatever it was. So I think they can look in the mirror and go, but for this and that, but I don't see them carrying this thing through. I can't imagine them winning 3 straight. I just doesn't feel possible. Can they win 3 individual games? Yeah.
What about the Rockets or the Lakers?
I think the Rockets are doomed. I think that last night that
was a tough one because they were getting their ass kicked. They fought all the way back and then still lost.
They got
that's a kick in the
out-savvied
balls.
and big boyed. I think that was a rough one for them. They're learning lessons. I think they're better for it, but I think that they're probably out of it.
But the Lakers, that's an
another
old dog team.
I have no idea. Both LA teams, if they show up, they can beat anybody for the most part on a game. But the Lakers coming off that second half where all those starters played all those minutes, it's going to be such a get up and go kind of scenario. Where if they're moving early, they might have a shot. But I feel like those legs are going to be so stiff before they get themselves loose, they're going to be down so much they can't make it up.
What they're talking about right now on Get Up is like part of the frustration if you're a Laker fan or if you're particularly if you're on the team. Who's to blame for the Lakers 3-1 deficit? No one's saying who's to blame for the Rockets 3-1 deficit. No one's saying who's to blame for Orlando's 3-1 deficit. It's the Lakers. It's like
well, I think this is aimed at JJ Redick. Yeah, I think they're mad at Redick for how he handled the second game. And we're looking at it. See, this was pointed. Perkins saying, I blame this on Redick. The accountability of it's easy to coach and just leave your 5 dudes in nonstop. I mean, that's the easiest way out. It really is.
Yeah.
And that's what he did. Now, they can fall back and say, well, it was necessary. My guys weren't capable sitting beside me.
We have 3 good players, friend. What do you want me to do?
And I get that. But you spent all your money before the party was over. You still got more things to do. This wasn't Game 7. I mean,
no, you're right.
And you sacrificed minutes. I don't care.
But they knew they had a good break here between games.
And there's little things, and they'll justify it. Like in the playoffs, TV timeouts are longer, and you've got some more time to rest in those games. But when we're dealing with a 42-year-old dude that's playing his 90th game this year, you're going to go, God, maybe you could have given him a couple of 5 minutes in the second half.
Might have been prudent. But I don't know. I see both sides of that argument. I'm not blaming Redick for that. I mean, team lost. They had a chance to win. They lost.
Yeah, they had a chance. There's no getting around it. And again, I have no idea because I feel like the Timberwolves are starting to find their depth, that they're starting to go, hey, this is how we're supposed to play. This feels right. This is all working. Anthony Edwards is getting to the rim, and he's feeling it. And with every passing second, the Lakers are losing more and more control.
Yeah. Gilbert says it's LeBron's fault. Redick is his guy. LeBron's contract kills depth. But Redick is Redick's had one of the best coaching years of all time.
He's had a good year. I'm not mad at him overall. I just think last game, I don't think his assistant coaches did him a good service by not letting him know, look, dude, everybody out here has not sat down this second half.
And LeBron's contract kills depth, but also LeBron took this team to the 3rd seed in the West, and was by himself for a good chunk of the year.
There's LeBron and Luka on this team.
Luka wasn't there all year, though. Let's not act like that either.
But Anthony Davis was.
But Anthony Davis was hurt.
There's been a lot of talent on this team. I have no pity for the Lakers. None.
But they've done this without depth.
Yeah,
so it's, you know what I mean?
This is who they are. I have no pity for them. This didn't accidentally happen. This is the deal they made.
Yeah, I just have a hard time. I mean, it could also be the Timberwolves are good.
They're very good, but I don't think they realized that they could still be the team they were last year, even though two of their most important parts weren't there. And watching over the last couple of games, Julius Randle has become a little bit different kind of. He's become playoff Julius, which he's a little bit more of a share. He'll give the ball up. He'll play a little bit more defense than he used to. And when that happens, you better get out of the way. That Timberwolf team was rough last year.
And I get like the idea that, oh, well, they're the 3 seed. They should be beating the 6 seed. But the Lakers and the Timberwolves were separated by 1 game all season long. Like, they're about equals. Then in the same way that the 2 through the 8 seed in the Western Conference were separated by 4 games. 2 through 8, 4 games separated them. Like, the Western Conference, everybody's close. But besides the Thunder, anybody beating anybody shouldn't surprise us. So, like, to say, oh, what's happening to the Lakers here? Like, they're melting some kind of way. No, they're playing a team that's just as good as them.
Well, and at the beginning of the season, even no matter what, we're considered probably better considering what we saw last year. This team
everyone was high on the Timberwolves coming into the year.
And it took them that long to inculcate the new additions. They just never got it focused. And if you apply that same standard to the Lakers shouldn't even be close. Luka's only been here 6 weeks. It took a full year for the T-Wolves to figure things out.
All right, I got to tell you guys about Karbach. And if you are out at Fiesta, Eric told us that they're going to be pouring Karbach all over Fiesta, and Rob and I have already experienced it. They got it out there, baby. They got Love Street. They got Ziegenbach. They've got Hopadillo out there. They've got something for everybody's taste. In fact, somebody on the Brigade Bar earlier was saying they tried the Love Street the other day. Guys, it is just an upgraded drinking experience. If you're a beer drinking man and you're tired of drinking the same old, you want to try something new, Karbach is the way to go, and it is all over our city. Not just at Fiesta, of course it's nice having it there certainly, but they're at a bunch of bars and restaurants too, man. Obviously you're gonna be able to get it at the grocery stores, you can get it at liquor stores, but the amount of kegs, the amount of cans that are in the bars and restaurants in San Antonio is kind of mind-blowing. They have really made this their second home, and they love San Antonio. So go give them some love back. When you're out and about, you're doing the Fiesta thing, go ahead and ask your volunteer. Let's make it a Karbach this time.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Still dealing with that accident downtown at 35 northbound Nogalitos, left lane taken away. Still have this closure on the northeast side on 410 eastbound. Very serious crash involving an 18-wheeler. Starcrest to 35 on the eastbound side and westbound sides are closed. And it's also impacting that ramp 35 northbound, the connector to get onto westbound Loop 410. Looks like a new trouble spot at 281 southbound at Evans, accident right lane. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. And now a Progressive ad brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Drivers who switch to Progressive could save big with Progressive. This has been a Progressive ad from Progressive. See if you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE or Progressive.com.
When it comes to vaccines, it's important to get the facts. The City of San Antonio Metropolitan Health District understands that keeping your child safe is your top priority. Vaccines are safe and can help your child's immune system fight harmful germs. They protect against serious diseases and can even save lives. Because when it comes to your child's health, it's time to get real about vaccines and get the facts. Learn more at sa.gov/health. sa.gov/health.
Hey, this is Rob Thompson here with my good friends from Prize Picks. I'm just one of millions of members of Prize Picks that play daily fantasy sports every day, and things just keep getting better. How about 2,000x on your cash today? That's right, cash in on the basketball playoffs with Prize Picks. Don't miss your best chance to add your favorite players from the court on Prize Picks lineup. And whether it's points, rebounds, assists, and whatever else, take your pick more or less for your shot to win up to 2,000x your cash today. Turn up your playoff hot takes into tickets on basketball and championship winnings every day. And there's stuff going on all week. Every Tuesday, Prize Picks will discount several projections on the board. They take up to 15 to 25% off savings and fun. And then there's Big Flex Friday. Those picks that don't win, you get your net losses back in promo funds up to your limit as soon as the lineup settles. Hey, there's money back. That's why I love Prize Picks. 2,000 times your money and some free ones. Download Prize Picks. Use the code Alamo for 50 free bucks. That's Prize Picks. Go run your game.
If you've been waiting and waiting to get your eyes taken care of, tired of wearing those glasses, tired of wearing those contacts, what are you waiting for? Now is the time to get it done. At Manrique Custom Vision Center, Dr. Manrique prides himself in getting you out of those glasses or contacts with his blade and pain-free LASIK, which is totally safe and comfortable. It will give you the best possible vision, and you can throw out the glasses and contacts. They've got over 25 years of experience, and they've done over 72,000 laser vision corrections. They offer financing to all with up to 36 months interest-free. Give them a call today to set it up. 210-354-2020. Come and see the Manrique difference for yourself. Every patient benefits from a customized vision plan that they bring to life with state-of-the-art technology, a variety of options to help make your treatment an investment you can afford and the right people. Change your vision, change your life today. It's Manrique, 210-354-2020.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
George gets justice. The accident wasn't your fault, but now you're facing pain, bills, and uncertainty. You don't have to do it alone. At George Salinas Injury Lawyers, they listen, explain your options, and fight for what you deserve. No upfront costs, no stress, just real help when you need it. If you've been injured, it's time to get George. Call George Salinas Injury Lawyers at 210-225-0909 or visit GetGeorge.com. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Morning Huddle, rolling down Rodeo with a shotgun. 8:45. It's too early in the morning to be rolling down Rodeo with a shotgun. These people ain't seen a brown-skinned man since their grandparents bought one. They don't know what it's like to be a brown-skinned man, Vic.
Nope.
Talk to me in late July. I can have a nice tan.
Oh, I'll be a red-skinned man.
Chocolate.
I was born with one.
I'll be a pink-skinned man.
No, be a red man. You turn bright red.
Oh,
lobster
yes. That's right. Strawberry. Can't wait. Can't wait. Sly like the Family Stone, Vic. Oh, what a song. What a song. What a band.
Yeah.
I mean, they're no NXS, but
who is?
Right there. They're right there. Hungry, but their belly full, Rob. All right. We roll on. The NFL, George Kittle getting his money. I kind of didn't expect this. I thought the 49ers were kind of cutting costs.
And
I thought George Kittle might be a victim of that.
So when I saw this, what does this tell you about their intentions towards
With
Purdy?
Brock Purdy?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Because it feels like that's his safety blanket. So if you're going to keep Purdy, you better keep Kittle.
Yeah, but also if you're going to pay
Well, they're not going to be able to pay Purdy is nearly as much.
You're going to pay George Kittle $20 million a year, which is basically what they're paying, 76.4 over 4 years. So you do the math, 19.1 a year. That also limits what you can spend on a quarterback. $40 million in guaranteed money, and it'll lower the cap number, which is good. And the cap hit that was supposed to be $22 million, we're now probably looking at it being around $10 million, which is a good thing. But Kittle says he wants to keep playing until the wheels fall off and wants to play his entire career with the 49ers. I that was my big question, is what does this mean for Brock Purdy? Because I still don't really know what the 49ers' intentions are.
Two ways. A great tight end, at least up until now. Now, times might be changing, new offenses and whatnot. But a great tight end is the ultimate safety blanket for your quarterback. No matter the quarterback, through the years, young quarterbacks that have been successful normally have a tight end that all else fails, they can pick up 7 yards. You know, they can just go find. And that's Kittle. I mean, if all else fails, he's the mobile guy that's going to find the seam and save your ass. And if that could either be the safety blanket for Purdy and it defines who he is, or they can go get a lot of dudes now, and with the assurance that they're going to have at least one decent wide receiver. I don't know. Healthy might be a different word.
Right.
But they've got the safety valve for your quarterback. So the money tells me they're telling Purdy you're not going to get if you're asking for a whole lot, it ain't coming because we're spending it elsewhere. But if you do stay, you got something in place. But it could also tell you, new quarterback comes in playing for Shanahan, you already have a tight end and a running back behind you. You don't need much.
George Kittle became one of 5 tight ends in league history to have 4 or more 1,000-yard receiving seasons. Travis Kelce, Rob Gronkowski, Tony Gonzalez, and Jason Witten.
That's a Hall of Fame.
That's a pretty good list. And he passed Gronk for second most receiving yards by a tight end in his first 8 seasons in the NFL, trailing only Travis Kelce in that number.
Isn't he the founder of Tight End Appreciation Day?
I think he is.
I think he is.
I think he is.
And a great social media follow, too. I really like George Kittle. I like his attitude. I like his depth. I like a lot about that kid.
You know my favorite thing about George Kittle?
His wife?
His wife.
Yeah, who's down. No,
his
wife is awesome.
Listen, his wife is like she's a good-looking woman, don't get me wrong, but it's not because she's hot. It's because she is like...
She gets it.
She is his biggest fan, like ride or die. Like I like her. I like her. I like her spirit.
And, well, I like his, and I think it matters to the locker room. I do think for me, it told me Purdy's coming back. That they're going to pay him enough to keep him happy, and they're going to tell him, look, no matter where you go, you're never going to be in a situation like this. You're playing for the best
coach. You got the best. You got McCaffrey behind you.
So take it and ride with what brought you. You don't need to, and you will be a ridiculously wealthy man.
You just won't be Dak Prescott wealthy.
Yeah, and look at what they're and seriously, and look at what it's done to that franchise.
Exactly.
So, and he seems like the kid who came in as the improbable last pick, who would understand the fact that I know where I belong, and I'm about to make $30 million a year for the next 5 years.
Yeah. I mean, just you take a look at the guys who here's the salary rankings for 2025. The highest paid players in 2025. Kirk Cousins,
yeah,
$27 million. Joe Burrow, $25 million. Doesn't got a defense to save his life. Tua, Geno Smith, Matt Stafford, who's won, but is now probably not. He's probably done winning. Lamar Jackson, Jared Goff, Kyler Murray, Justin Herbert, Jordan Love.
What do we have a dollar value beside them?
Yeah, there's a number next to all these guys.
Okay, what's Jordan at?
$11.9 million next year.
Oh, see, pretty good 3 times that. I think he comes in right about 30, 28, 29. Nice little signing bonus to defer a little bit of it, and come in with Baker Mayfield money. And Baker's at what, 35?
And that was just cap hits. Like the actual money. So Dak is 60.
Oh God.
Josh Allen and Joe Burrow, neither of who have won a thing, they're $55 million.
But you're betting to come on them, so that's fine.
Trevor Lawrence, $55 million.
Still betting to come.
Jordan Love, $55 million.
Still expectations.
Tua, $53 million.
We're coming to the end of expectations.
Goff, $53.
See, we're over.
Herbert, 52.5.
Still some you're betting to come on him. I get it.
Lamar Jackson, 52.
You're paying for greatness.
Dude, you've got to get to find a guy who has a Super Bowl ring. You have to get all the way down to number 10 on the list, and he just got it. Jalen Hurts, $51 million. 11 is Kyler Murray. 12, Deshaun Watson. You get all the way down to Patrick Mahomes, 13. 13th on the list.
And, the ridiculous thing is he'll sign a contract that'll look a lot like Mahomes's 4 or 5 years ago.
Probably so.
And I think both teams will, the contractor and E, walk away happy. I don't think Purdy's ever intimated that he wants to go someplace and rewrite the record books. I think he's going to stay, and Kittle's going to be a good piece to keep him around.
What's a fair number?
I think Baker money. That's what I would be looking at.
That's about 33?
Yeah, 33 to 35. I mean, we'll give him some inflation. It's been a couple years since Baker signed, but I think that right in there, that's where the sweet spot is, I think, for success in the NFL as far as percentage of cap toward quarterback.
It's exactly what they just gave Sam Darnold, too.
See, I think when the GMs are looking around and going, this is the sweet spot, not so much about dollar amount, but percentage of my available cap is right in here, and I think it lands in the 30s.
I think so, too. I think I think teams are – it's going to be somewhere between Baker Mayfield, and if on the high end, it'll be like Kirk Cousins, which is about 45 or whatever. It's going to be somewhere between 35 and 45.
Let me tell you, if he comes in at 40 to 45, he owes his agent an extra Rolex.
Oh, I agree.
Because that'll be some extraordinary negotiating.
And I also think that will be a grand mistake if they do that.
Exactly.
I think it would be a very, very poor business decision because I do think that the success of the 49ers is driven much more by Kyle Shanahan than it is by Brock Purdy.
Boy, that's a hard thing to accept as an agent and a player. To
Sure
know
it
that,
is.
the reason I'm this successful is solely because of you calling the plays and putting me in the right place. And once you accept it and you can go with it,
bro,
it matters, but it's a hard thing to take.
I would say, where's Jimmy Garoppolo right now? Because we went to a Super Bowl. Jimmy Garoppolo, I'm getting him to there. Like, you ain't nothing special, Bubba. Like, and quite frankly, the only guy who's sucked in San Francisco is Trey Lance.
Yeah.
So Brock Purdy could say, well, if anybody can do it, why couldn't Trey Lance do it? Well, Trey Lance sucked. But everybody else, we'll get it.
And I think that my experience from what he's had to say is that I think he knows his place in the world. I don't think he wants to shake the apple cart. He just wants to get paid for efforts already rendered, and I do think that the 49ers will pay him probably a little bonus for the last 2 years or 3 years of extraordinary play for nothing. So I think he'll get more than he probably deserves, but land right in the right spot, no matter where he lands.
Brian says Brock Purdy should get what Prescott makes because he's been there twice. But that's the reason. The reason Dak's never going to get there is because he makes that much money.
Let me tell you, I don't know who his agency is. CAA. Yeah, I guarantee you that's what he's saying. Dak money. What are you talking about? Compare me with my contemporaries, and my contemporaries are getting $60 million a year. Pay me.
Brian says you guys act like the coach has won. He's been there but hasn't won. Dude lost a 28-point lead in the Super Bowl. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. But also, he made Matt Ryan the MVP of the league.
He is
the
best offensive mind in football.
He made Matt Schaub lead the league in passing. Like, he's a wizard.
Yeah, he's the best offensive. He and McVay, either one. I trust
that tree.
Implicitly.
Yes. Yeah. I'm all aboard. Give me Shanahan over Purdy any day. Let Brock Purdy go to the Raiders and see what his success looks like. All right, we got 1 hour to go, friends. Oh, time's flying by. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. At Progressive, they're making things even easier. They'll help you bundle your home and car insurance together so you can save on both. Learn more at Progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE. That's Progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
Hunger striking, snack time calling, it's crunch time. Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds brings you the boldest protein-packed crunch you can't resist with mouth-watering flavors like hot honey, sweet barbecue, and sea salt and cracked black pepper. Why settle for chips when you can level up your snacking game? Plus, they're low-carb, high-protein, and made for adventurous appetites. Score big flavor today. Grab Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds at H-E-B.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduce stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Well, good morning, kiddo. I love that you're home from college. I've missed you.
Still taking your Nature-Made vitamins?
Every day. A multivitamin and a probiotic. You better be taking yours.
Still looking out for me, Mom.
I'll never stop.
Made to care for you every day. Nature-Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Find us in the vitamin aisle, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Still dealing with that accident downtown at 35 northbound Nogalitos, left lane taken away. Still have this closure on the northeast side on 410 eastbound. Very serious crash involving an 18-wheeler. Starcrest to 35 on the eastbound side and westbound sides are closed. And it's also impacting that ramp 35 northbound, the connector to get onto westbound Loop 410. Looks like a new trouble spot at 281 southbound at Evans, accident right lane. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NBA, the Cavs are on to the second round after destroying the Miami Heat in Game 4 by 55 to finish the easy sweep. Houston Rockets fell last night to the Golden State Warriors 109-106. Post-draft ramifications follow the Dallas Cowboys as they did not address the number 2 wide receiver in the draft. Nick Harris of the Fort Worth Star-Telegram reports that the Bears building interest in bringing back free agent Amari Cooper. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's the Morning Huddle. Look at us. It's 9:01, friends.
Yeah.
Look at us. Yeah, baby. It was a good day yesterday. Patrick Corbin Day is back.
Thank you.
Although, man, it was like
Touch and go, man.
barely. They won 2-1.
We had to rely on the rest of the team to suck.
Patrick Corbin gave up 2 runs. Like, what? Patrick Corbin's figuring it out, man. It might not be an insta-fade anymore, which is a bummer. That was a good time.
I'm starting to think there's something wrong with the White Sox.
Yeah. I
There's
think
something going on up there.
They're not very good at sports. Yeah.
And haven't been for quite some time.
No, they are not so good at sports. I found an article about Quinn Ewers and I mean obviously it kind of flew under the radar, the fall of Quinn Ewers.
He fell
because
to the 7th freaking round, and he should have gone in the 2nd or 3rd by his numbers. So,
but because what happened to Shador, no one really talked about Quinn Ewers. But think about this, like the first recruit at any position since 2016 to earn a perfect rating on 24/7. He was then that made him and Vince Young the only quarterbacks since 2000, which is when that 24/7 database started, to be considered perfect rated prospects. Think about what's happened since then. Well, first he decommitted from Texas the first time. That was in 2020, which no one really says it out loud, but Quinn Ewers decommitting basically it was the final. It was the end of Tom Herman.
Oh yeah, that was like no doubt,
dude.
It was the end.
You were supposed this was supposed to be your savior. He's not here. You're beat it.
If you can't win it in January, you better win in February.
And that was the big hope that Tom Herman was like, "Oh, this is going to fix it," and then he's gone. So he was gone. So Ewers then reclassified because he was going to get NIL money at Ohio State. Pretty good NIL money, 7 figures. Who knows what the number is, but it was good money. So he reclassified. So instead of being the top player in 2022, he became the number 1 player in the 2021 class.
Yep.
He's there at Ohio State, which was, I mean, at the time, think about the quarterbacks that had been going through Ohio State.
There were 4
everybody's going to the NFL.
NFL quarterbacks that were around the locker room at that point.
And then he comes back to Texas and is coached by Steve Sarkisian, who is essentially a quarterback whisperer in his own right. And then he goes 231st in the draft. He got drafted after Tommy Mellott and Cam Miller, who were FCS quarterbacks. They can say reclassification was part of it. I don't really know I think injuries are probably the biggest culprit.
No, it's his size. It's his arm. That's it. That at the end of the day, the one thing that he could not control, his size and his arm strength, were the reason. It doesn't mean he wasn't the highest rated prospect ever. It just means he didn't continue to evolve from his freshman year physically because there's just no more there. It was an unprecedented collapse, but it's nothing that he did. It's being a college quarterback is very different from being an NFL quarterback. The skill sets required for success are times X. I mean, you just got to bring more to the show.
It's weird though that I mean, you're right.
You're
right about those things.
I'm not mad. Nothing that he did, I think,
but
caused the fall.
How different was that than Colt McCoy?
I think they're the same physical attributes. Colt didn't have a great arm either. Could process, could do everything else, but when it came down to it, can you get the ball on a rope 10 yards or 25 yards down the field in 0.8 seconds? I mean, it just comes down to that. Now, Drew Brees after the shoulder injury, changed the way he delivered the ball to where the ball landed right, and it was brilliant. But those guys just don't come along very often.
I'm curious to see what his career ends up being. The thing that nobody talks about with Quinn, and this part of Quinn's legacy or career arc or whatever it is all to do with Arch Manning. But Texas fan kind of turned on Quinn.
As they do every former quarterback, dude.
Except Vince, because Vince won it.
But, yeah, I think every former quarterback has to go through the Texas purgatory. I don't know why. Y'all take him back in a couple of years, but right now he didn't live up. He wasn't enough.
Think about this. How many programs in the country would say, you get us within one play of the national championship game in back-to-back years, which is what Quinn Ewers, they were within one play of going to the national championship game 2 years in a row.
Well, the only other school that comes to mind, well, there's two that come to mind, LSU and Alabama, because they've
Georgia,
done it. And Georgia, they've done it. They've run championship dudes out. So you have to be at a school that has, a certain level. The thing about Texas is there was no title prior. It wasn't like Jalen won a title and went to OU.
It'd been a while.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I think is most how's the best way? It's very Texas-like. Only Texas would have that kind of gumption to do that.
And Colby makes a good point. Size and arm. Rob, have you watched Dylan Gabriel?
Oh, no, you're right. And the reason why Dylan Gabriel fell the way he did, it was also to Cleveland, which was a very strange pick. Those guys can play, but you have to have a coordinator that understands the route tree and how it can be utilized with an arm that is less than lightning. But I've seen Sean Payton do it for 20 years. There's plenty of places for these guys to land, but they have to be the right place. Those kind of quarterbacks, I'll guarantee you that there's no way, even if Quinn Ewers he could never play in a McVay system. McVay requires a cannon arm. He requires an arm. Now, he's made do with Purdy, but when he was with McVay, I say this system, McVay needs an arm. I think Shanahan has adjusted because he had to deal, but wants that kind of arm too. I think they want those dudes that can stand and deliver.
But look at Mike McDaniel, who's also off that same tree, and he
Darnold
gets by with Tua.
Well, yeah, but that's a whole other system. What McDonald's doing in Miami ain't anything that was going on in San Francisco. I think there's some principles, but they're spreading them wide and using space. They get the ball out to guys that are lightning fast and let them go, and the yak will account for your total yards. And then we'll throw it over the top. That offense is not predicated on a dude standing and firing lasers. And
I think the other thing is, and listen, a couple shoulder injuries and things like that will cut you down on that. The other thing was when Quinn first, when he came out of high school, if you watch his high school film, he could run. Quinn he's a slow person now. Something happened.
He got hurt.
He's not athletic. And he doesn't have a big arm, and that's tough, man. It's you mentioned Drew Brees, but you're talking about that. Those are the diamonds in the rough,
right? It's rare, and there are places for them.
It's the same thing as when people say, you can be a 5'9" quarterback and succeed. Yeah, you can.
Some places.
It's just the odds are stacked against you.
And you have to have a coordinator that believes in you, that will put you in situations that maybe other dudes wouldn't, just because, I'm not going to put you out there at 5'9". I got to get you some space to throw.
And that's the upside. When comparing Dylan Gabriel and Quinn, is Dylan Gabriel still feels like he's got some athleticism that Quinn just doesn't have anymore.
Yeah, I don't hold out very high hopes for Gabriel, really, honestly.
He's in Cleveland. He's dead.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of issues with him, but that smaller quarterback certainly has a place in the league more than it has in the past, but the chances are just slim. They just are.
Do you think Quinn Ewers should have played college football one more year?
I think that he was a great college quarterback, but he was in a tough spot.
And by the way, I've seen it now. I went and read on it yesterday. Miami and Notre Dame were both apparently offering over $7 million.
So they were. So if there was some money there, I'm surprised. But again, when you're 12 years old, everything you do is to eventually be the dude that holds up the jersey as the pick. And it's hard to say no, I assume. Never having been in that situation, I can't imagine saying no to Notre Dame to take $7 million and just for the experience, just to say, you know what, hell, I got nothing else to do. I'm going to go do this just to do it, which astounds me. I can't imagine being in a situation where you go, no, I'd rather go NFL and fight for my very life. Or I could go to Notre Dame and be the prince of town for a year.
Yeah.
Be the man like I was in Austin. I can't imagine turning that down.
It is hard to imagine turning that down, but
I think he's got,
the other thing is, though, there is something to like being able to cut. Like Vince Young now works for the school. He's like an ambassador for the school. You know,
he didn't burn a bridge.
Had Vince Young transferred somewhere after his 4 years were up, and he didn't even do 4 years, or if Colt McCoy had transferred after 4 years, they wouldn't be looked at the same way. There is something to like. I think Austin, like you said, might not be right now,
but once they
down the
take
road,
you in,
he'll be back in.
It's forever.
Yeah. Keith says he had NFL types at UT. UT was stacked the last 2 years. He underachieved. I mean,
you could say that in the grandest scheme because they didn't win a title because they probably have been at least as talented.
They lost to Ohio State last year, who had the most guys drafted. Like, I mean, Ohio State, the top programs all have NFL talent.
Now we're getting into the world of Texas fan that the whole world hates.
Right.
What are you talking about? I mean,
Underachieved.
This was an unmitigated success.
He's the only team that was in the Final Four the last 2 years was Texas. To say they underachieved, I think, is just not fair.
It's unmitigated success. I mean, there's 99% of every football programs in this country would kill or die for the last 3 years at Texas. So
yeah,
that's why the rest of the country goes, you guys just shut up.
Yeah, I don't think Quinn underachieved. I think that Quinn underachieved if you hold him to he was the best quarterback prospect to walk the earth since Vince Young. He underachieved compared to that, but that's also a really kind of almost an impossible standard.
That's what I'm saying. There's one guy in the world that can say, yeah, I overcame that too. It's just
you know who else was a mega super damn near perfect recruit was DJ Uiagalelei,
who went undrafted.
Would you rather have Quinn Ewers' career or DJ Uiagalelei's career? Because I can tell you now, you think Quinn Ewers underachieved? Go ask Clemson fan how they feel going from Deshaun Watson to Trevor Lawrence to DJ Uiagalelei.
Where did he end up? Where was the last school he ended up? They couldn't.
Oregon State.
What was before Oregon State?
I don't even
After
know.
Clemson,
he bounced
before
around.
Oregon State.
Yeah, he bounced around.
Where he utterly collapsed. In the long run, Quinn Ewers is going to go down as one of the greatest quarterbacks ever to lace him up in Austin. He will be on the Pantheon. He was part of the new era. He might be immediately supplanted by Arch, but there will always be plenty of room in the Texas Hall of Fame for Quinn Ewers. He was all that. He did a great job at Texas.
Clemson, Oregon State, Florida State.
It was
stunk at all
Florida
three.
State where he collapsed.
Stunk at all three. He did sign with the Chargers, an undrafted free agent deal.
And then, he does just go to exactly what we're talking about because he's the opposite of Ewers. He's the big cannon throwing dude who also can't find a place.
Yeah, but
because he can't process.
You know what they're saying? He's going to be a tight end in the NFL.
Take the ball out of his hands.
Because he's a big, strong dude. He's like 6'5", whatever. And they're like, we want you in the NFL. We just we don't want you to throw the ball because it turns out you suck at that.
Does he strike you as the type that'll go all in on being a tight end? Honestly,
I mean, I don't know. It's one thing when people tell Vince Young you should play tight end or safety, and then he's the number 3 pick in the draft and like won a national championship as a quarterback. It's another when you didn't win a damn thing in college. You bounced around to 3 programs. You lost at all of them, and like you're lucky to have a job in the NFL.
And now you're going to pick up an entirely new position.
Yeah.
He'll be wherever he's going to be.
Remember when Blake
years.
Bell was at Oklahoma? He was a
Bell
quarterback
Dozer,
at Oklahoma
baby.
for a little while, and they told him when he got to the NFL, like, you're not a quarterback, but we can find a spot for you.
Well, there's some of those guys, yeah. I'm just not sure Uiagalelei would be the type to say,
I think
sure,
that's what he
any
is
position.
now.
Well,
I think that's what
but he has to accept that. We're talking about the 5-star super quarterback that now is trying to hang on, learning how to block and catch across the middle. It doesn't look good for him.
They tried Tim Tebow at tight end. They tried to make it work. Just
doesn't look.
It's hard.
You're way behind, man.
He's got the body for it.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Think of all the edge rushers in the NFL that had just been given a basketball, the power forwards that could have been in the world.
Gilbert says this, and this is the biggest fact. My alumni friends who are involved with Texas sports so turned on Ewers a long time ago and all wanted Manning. And then their proof that Manning was ready was his performance against UTSA. Yeah, because Texas running roughshod on UTSA was suddenly like, and remember what UTSA's season ended up being. It wasn't great. And they were like, well, Arch Manning has to be the dude. Well, Arch Manning hasn't done this against Alabama or Georgia, or he hadn't done it against Ohio State. I still have questions about what Arch Manning is. Like, I see some tools. Well, but there's a lot of guys with tools.
If he lives up to half the hype, it's remarkable.
Yeah.
I mean, ridiculous.
It almost feels impossible at this point, though.
Well, it is impossible. But Texas fan will push him across the finish line. You know what I mean? There's no way he could live up to the billing. But win a big game, he'll attain that status, even if it wasn't just because of his performance.
Like I said, the fact that Quinn Ewers, if you go through the history of Texas football, the only guys you'll find that have accomplished, I mean, maybe you can go back to like James Street, you want to go way back in the days, or who's the guy the leather helmet that played at like Detroit, Bobby Lane, yeah. But in like recent modern modern college football history, the third most accomplished quarterback that's ever been at your school, and people were like running him out of town with pitchforks.
See, as outside looking in, it just seems so petty.
It's crazy
because as an Aggie, you know how desperate we are to have a quarterback like that. I mean, just to know that position will not be the reason you lose.
That is, I will say this, and there's a lot of things that I think are kind of crazy about the culture of Aggie, but knowing that, like, this is the crazy thing about culture of Longhorn. If somebody did what Quinn Ewers did, took you to the semifinals of the national championship 2 years in a row, his number would be retired in College Station.
No, we don't retire.
No, but I mean, there'd be a statue, whatever.
No, the epitome isn't it's retired, it's sold. Right now, there's only two jerseys you can buy in the bookstore, number 12 and number 2.
Yeah. Well, you'd be able to buy number 3.
That's what I'm saying. So we understand what that meant to us.
Like, he would be worshipped in College Station. And
he will be eventually in Austin. He will be.
But again, they're going to look back at, like, we ran this dude out of town with a pitchfork.
They've done that to all of them. Can you remember what?
Even when Colt left, Garrett Gilbert was around. Garrett Gilbert was the number 1 recruit, and everybody wanted Garrett Gilbert, and Garrett Gilbert stunk.
And then eventually, you guys get over it. You get to the next guy to hate, and then the old guy you remember much more fondly than maybe you should have. But that's the typical Austin quarterback arc.
If I were a quarterback and I'm looking at Austin, I'm going, God, man, like, what are you supposed to do to not get hated on here?
Well, the problem,
you got to be Vince Young. That's all it is.
Well, or eventually.
I mean, at
Arch.
the time.
I think Arch it's going to be.
That's because they haven't seen him yet.
And for a year he'll get this. But
Arch Manning is the super prospect. It's like a prospect in your minor league system in baseball. It's like the guy who's crushing it at AAA. Everybody's like, he's untouchable. We wouldn't trade him for anything. And then he gets to the big leagues. Maybe he'll be good.
Well, we've seen enough.
Maybe he won't be.
No, we've seen enough to expect. I really do think that this is one of those rare things. Well, we have gotten a few peaks. We have seen it, and every time we've seen, he lived up to the billing at every opportunity, every turn. The spring game this year, at least the spring practice, dude was ripping it out. Every time he came on the field, he made a difference. Whether he was a decoy or not, he made a difference. So far, so good, man, as far as the Arch train goes. And Quinn Ewers will come back in about 3 or 4 years. Eventually, he'll be an AD. He'll have a steakhouse. And he'll be Austin royalty for the rest of his life.
Remember when when he was playing against Georgia and in the regular season, and he was like they were trying to run him in because they thought Quinn wasn't going to be able to do it, and Quinn didn't do it. They lost that game, but it was
Arch had a couple of plays.
Yeah. But he didn't. He didn't do. He had got on the field for plays, but he didn't make any plays.
Well, I mean, what I'm saying is he got a couple of plays.
Yeah, and he couldn't do anything with it.
So
he got
the same couple against A&M and did. He did some good stuff.
It's one thing to beat up on ULM or UTSA. It's different to be in there with the big dogs.
Yes, but there's also a growing curve that he has not had the privilege of having because he got to sit and watch a really good quarterback.
Yep. All right. Let's see. Let's hit a break. We're going to come back. We're going to see what's going on in the world outside of sports. I'm not going to sing any songs today. I'm sorry. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, that's going to have to wait till next year's class. I'm sorry, everyone.
All right.
I know a lot of people were saying, "Oh, is AJ going to give us another concert at 9:20?" No, I'm not.
You're all safe.
And sometimes that just happens. It just happens sporadically. We can't.
No, we don't plan it.
We can't manufacture gold.
Nope.
We're not that good.
We're not that good. No, we can't plan.
But we will see what's going on in the world outside of sports. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
You know, Orasti providers are all around San Antonio. I can't help but notice all the signs that pop up from what were general practitioners and chiropractors. They continue to handle their practice, but they have improved it with a certification from Orasti. See, Orasti providers are different. They look at helping you in ways that you might not have ever considered in the medical world. I'm talking about medical providers that offer you treatment that does not involve pills or something to hide or deaden the pain, or surgery as a long-term fix. I'm talking about your body fixing itself in really, really effective ways. I was a novice when I first walked in. I didn't know what Orasti was. Now, when I left, I was a full-on believer, as are 99% plus. Every Orasti patient polled said 99% plus would recommend Orasti to their friends and family. I'm one of them. Listen, if you're dealing with pain, lower back issues, sprains or strains, soft tissue injuries, there's no better place to go with Orasti. And if you've got a young athlete, a high school athlete that needs a little bit more to get themselves back in the game, Orasti provides the kind of treatment that professionals get. Tony Parker and Becky Hammond are proud Orasti users. You can be too. They're all around San Antonio, that you don't need a referral to go, and they accept most insurances. What are you waiting on? Write this number down. It's 1-800-404-6050. Their website is orasti.com. Now, they got a map of all the providers there. I'm sure there's one less than 10 minutes from where you are now. Listen to me. Don't let pain keep you from doing things that you love. There's a fix out there. I use them. You should too. Call Orasti today. Let them take care of you. And when they do, come on by and thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Working trouble spots at 410 northbound at Military, wreck right lane. 281 southbound at Evans, that wreck also in the right lane. 35 southbound at Weidner, that's a stall, right lane blocked. And we still have the closure. 410 eastbound Starcrest to 35, eastbound westbound closed. And also impacting traffic 35 northbound, that connector to westbound 410 closed as well. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by True Green. We're back in the miller's yard, who now use True Green. Their lawn started looking like a fairway, and pro golfers started showing up. They love playing this lawn. Get a PGA Tour quality lawn for as little as $1 a day at TrueGreen.com. Exclusions apply. See TrueGreen.com for details.
You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
There's a reason Intuitive Services Group handles our janitorial needs here at 94.1. They're local and serious about cleanliness. From nightly cleaning to detailed floor care, they deliver. We trust them, and you can too. Call Mo at 830-470-3007. That's 830-470-3007.
If you've been waiting and waiting to get your eyes taken care of, tired of wearing those glasses, tired of wearing those contacts, what are you waiting for? Now is the time to get it done. At Manrique Custom Vision Center, Dr. Manrique prides himself in getting you out of those glasses or contacts with his blade and pain-free LASIK, which is totally safe and comfortable. It will give you the best possible vision, and you can throw out the glasses and contacts. They've got over 25 years of experience, and they've done over 72,000 laser vision corrections. They offer financing to all with up to 36 months interest-free. Give them a call today to set it up. 210-354-2020. Come and see the Manrique difference for yourself. Every patient benefits from a customized vision plan that they bring to life with state-of-the-art technology, a variety of options to help make your treatment an investment you can afford and the right people. Change your vision, change your life today. It's Manrique, 210-354-2020.
Hey, this is Rob Thompson here with my good friends from Prize Picks. I'm just one of millions of members of Prize Picks that play daily fantasy sports every day, and things just keep getting better. How about 2,000x on your cash today? That's right, cash in on the basketball playoffs with Prize Picks. Don't miss your best chance to add your favorite players from the court on Prize Picks lineup. And whether it's points, rebounds, assists, and whatever else, take your pick of more or less for your shot to win up to 2,000x your cash today. Turn up your playoff hot takes into tickets on basketball and championship winnings every day. And there's stuff going on all week. Every Tuesday, Prize Picks will discount several projections on the board. They take up to 15 to 25% off savings and fun. And then there's Big Flex Friday. Those picks that don't win, you get your net losses back in promo funds up to your limit as soon as the lineup settles. Hey, there's money back. That's why I love Prize Picks. 2,000 times your money and some free ones. Download Prize Picks. Use the code Alamo for 50 free bucks. That's Prize Picks. Go run your game.
Hey, San Antonio. Multiple tours overseas, years of protecting the country. It all adds up at University of Maryland Global Campus. Earn up to 90 credits for prior learning, military experience, and training toward our low-cost degree and certificate programs. We call that credit where credit is due. For over 75 years, our dedicated success coaches have been helping service members achieve their goals. Get started with local support and online and hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Morning Huddle, 94.1. We were talking about something. What were we talking about during that last break? Before Willie Nelson, we were talking about something.
Fiesta?
I don't remember. But I was like, oh, that'd be fun to talk about on the air, but I forgot what it was.
You were talking about Willie Nelson?
Yeah,
Well, it's his
birthday. Happy birthday,
Oh, okay.
Willie.
Willie's 92 today.
Man,
92.
still smoking.
God bless Willie Nelson, right? God bless Willie Nelson.
God bless Willie.
When we were, who did we talk about that was earlier today, we were talking about somebody who murdered someone. And then, I don't even know. My brain is
We were
fried.
talking about somebody who murdered someone?
Yeah.
When? Was it earlier?
Early in the show, yeah.
Maybe we use that as
An assassin, maybe. I don't remember what it was. But
All of us have short-term memories.
I know. Bunch of drug-smoking hippie dippies.
3
Hey,
a.m. wake-ups.
I've got something for you guys,
This fell into our laps here.
Yeah,
This just arrived. Just got here.
Today is Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay? Which means it's $2 Tuesday at the Missions games.
Correct.
Now, because of a clerical error, these were supposed to be given away long ago.
Last week, yeah.
But I've got tickets for the game tonight.
And not just a few.
And these are, you don't have to come down to the station and get them. You don't have to worry about that. As soon as we get a winner, we'll email them to you. But we want you to go there and drink some $2 beers and eat some $2 dogs and have yourself a good time. So we've got 4 family 4-packs to give away.
That's 16 tickets.
Let's do the first 2 callers, caller 1 and caller 2. They'll get a 4-pack each.
Okay.
And let's go the first the first two people to on the Brigade Bar to spell Rob's name. If you can spell Rob's first name,
that's a tough one.
First two guys who can do it on the Brigade Bar.
Don't forget the silent Q.
You get a family 4-pack. Don't trick them now. You know it's a Z. It's a family 4-pack of tickets to the Missions game tonight for $2 Tuesday. Rob, you said our picture is on the wall out there?
It used to be. I know it was in the program. I don't know if it's there this year. It should be. We sponsor these $2 Tuesdays.
Yeah, we should be out there. They should have our faces out there on the foul pole.
Proper place.
Yeah.
Deep roving right field foul pole.
It'd be funny if they had our face on one side of the foul pole each, and then if a ball hit our face,
it'd be like a prize.
Yeah,
I think so. And like through our mouth, I'd like open mouth like a clown. In my mouth, they get a
Jaguar and Gilbert. You guys call in, and you got yourself a family 4-pack of tickets to the game tonight.
Get there.
Yeah, baby. Yeah,
656-3776. Talk to the Vic.
That's right. Vic will.
Oh yeah, we might want to wait a minute. The lines are full. Hold on.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, clear the lines, baby. Clear the lines. We got business to take care of around here, folks. Business.
Look at that quarterback room. Deshaun Watson, Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel, and Shedeur Sanders.
Oh, my God.
When Cleveland finished the season, do you think in their, I don't know, I was going to say wildest dreams, I'm not sure I would apply it to that they thought, well, at least we'll have this going into next year.
What's funny is now people are saying, oh, Shedeur's going to start.
What?
Okay. Hey, man. Good luck, Bubba.
The training camp's just going to be a fiasco. There's not enough snaps. There's not enough time in the day to prepare two rookie quarterbacks. There's just not enough time. One of them is going to be the runt of the litter that's not going to get enough milk, just wither away just because, well, it's just not enough time.
No, yeah, it's gone away. Anyway. All right, I like to take a look at what's going on in the world outside of sports. Are you familiar with there's an area in it's called Hadrian's Wall.
Oh yeah, I've seen Hadrian in Britain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, a fella there has gone and chopped down one of the sycamore trees on this wall.
Probably a bad idea. Those things are 1,000 years old.
Well, they were 1,000 years old, and now this 1,000-year-old tree has been felled, and couple dudes just chopped them down. Now
this is just a plant. As we go further down, remember, this is just a plant. Okay, so
it is. The trial is due to last for 10 days.
A trial. We're having a trial.
Yes.
Over a plant.
Yes.
All right.
Well, I mean, there's got to be rules.
Well, there are, but again, should anybody ever have to lose life or liberty because they cut down a tree? I think we need to make sure that our priorities are in order as we carry through with this story.
Okay. What's the limit on that?
I don't know. But
can I go chop down a redwood tree?
But again, even if it was just the redwood.
The tree at Sycamore Gap on Hadrian's Wall had stood for more than a century, and these guys went and broke some of the rocks and chopped down the tree. They kept a souvenir from the tree, like a piece of the tree that they decided they were going to keep, and of course they were smart enough to film themselves doing it.
Of course,
like the dummy kid who prank called Shedeur Sanders. You could have just done it. And he could have gotten away with it, too.
Wasn't for those meddling kids.
Except for the meddling kid that he said, hey, record this, idiot. Here's the question. And the two guys involved both blamed the other. And the prosecution can't really prove who cut down the tree, which may end up with both of them getting off. One's a man, one's a 16-year-old boy. So if one of them gets, the 16-year-old's probably going to be, he's probably going to skate no matter what. What do you think? What do you think the punishment would be?
I'd say 3 years probation, and they'd have to work in the county park system every weekend or something. I'd sent some to do that, but to put somebody in jail for this, that's too much.
That could actually happen. We're talking about potentially maybe 2 years in prison.
That's nuts, man. Do you really want to pay for somebody to go to jail because they cut a tree down?
Well,
give them a shovel and make them put those tree felling skills to work. Like, okay, you want to cut trees down? You're going to be cutting them down for the next couple of years.
They're British. It's not my problem.
Not my problem.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what they want to spend their money on. Whatever, Bubba. Go for it. All right, we've got one segment left. They haven't announced a pope yet, have they?
Oh, we haven't even begun. The conclave hadn't even started.
What's taking so long?
We got to get the cardinals in from all over the world.
Yeah, takes a minute.
Is it like an interview process?
Well, no. What'll happen is, have you seen how this works?
Have you seen that movie?
It hasn't changed in 1,000 years.
If you watch that movie Conclave,
they just basically all show up. They all are. I mean, they got their own group chat. They've got their own Insta going on. So there are some nominees, but they're going to lock them up, man. They're going to put them inside the I forget that grand room. They
lock it up.
Lock it up, baby, and you guys figure it out and let us know with some smoke at the end of every day, and we'll come get you when it's done.
Is it like an interview or what? Like
it's like they go behind closed doors and they vote at least twice a day, no matter what. I don't know the exact numbers, but there are some nominees that are being floated now. This is a political game. They're not new at this, and it would be an extraordinary thing to be a witness to.
Who do you have a favorite, Vic?
No, not really on this one.
I think we're going to see, from what I've been reading, either the first African pope or a return to old style values.
Yeah, once they locked the doors, they were on the clock.
There's a guy. If I was just picking off of name, Pierre Battista Pizzaballa.
Nice.
Pizza Balla? I'm team Pizza Balls, man.
How do you spell Pizza Balla?
Pizza Balla. Pizza Balla.
That's really his name.
That's his name.
Well, see, he has to take another name, but this would be one of those rare ones where we should actually have a Pope Pizza Balla.
Pope Pizza Balla.
Pope Pizza.
That's what I would call it. Pope Pizza Balla.
I like the Balla on the end of this.
I ain't changing my name.
I think we have a new product.
Mama call me Pizza Balla. I'm gonna call me Pizza Balla. But Catholic's gonna call me Pizza Balla. I want to see what's going on in this room. I want to see how they make this choice.
Be absolutely extraordinary to see all this.
All right, and you know what? You know what'd be great? Being able to see it without glasses or contacts.
Yes, that's the key.
Imagine like you're trying to watch the Pope ceremony, but you can't see because your glasses are smudged or you lost your contact. Well, if you would just go to Manrique, you would never have to worry about that again for the rest of your whole life. You'd just be able to see without glasses, without contacts. You wouldn't have to poke your finger in your eye anymore. You wouldn't have to worry about your glasses getting broken. None of that stuff. They've got LASIK that is blade-free and pain-free, which sounds crazy. Like, how do they do it? Magic and lasers. And it's going to give you the best possible vision without glasses or contacts. Dr. Manrique has been doing this for over 25 years. That's a ton of experience. 72,000 laser vision corrections he's done and counting every day. I mean, you want someone who's been there and done it. Dr. Manrique knows what's going on. If you're worried about the financial part of it, they offer financing to all. 36 months, interest-free. What's the excuse now, Bubba? What's your excuse now? Get it fixed. Get rid of those contacts. Get rid of those glasses. See the Manrique difference for yourself. It's 210-354-2020. See how good life can be without glasses or contacts. 210-354-2020 for Manrique Custom Vision.
Join us for San Antonio's premier Fiesta event, Taste of the Northside, presented by H-E-B, Thursday, May 1st at 6. Experience gourmet food and wine tastings, sip on elevated spirits and cold brews, and enjoy live entertainment at our new location, The Rock at La Cantera. All proceeds benefit Brighton Center, serving children with disabilities and developmental delays in San Antonio. Limited all-inclusive tickets are $300 in advance and can be purchased at tasteofthenorthside.org. Viva Fiesta!
Folks, right now is the ideal time to get ready for the summer season with the Quarter Moon AC $58.99 preseason special. It's a real home run. You'll have your AC ready before the summer heat hits. We'll inspect your AC's indoor and outdoor coils, filters, temperature levels, and make sure you're ready for the summer heat, all just for $58.99. So when your AC is warming up, Quarter Moon comes in like a heavy hitter.
Hey, batter, I'm gonna give it some heat.
651-5899.
License number TACLA 141074EM16004.
Made in America. Highest quality. That's Connecticut Quality Water Softeners. There's a reason Dave Ramsey says a Connecticut is a wise investment for your home.
Trust me, Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison. Connecticut uses less water and runs on kinetic energy.
So there's no computer to break, fewer moving parts, and it works only when you need it.
It was even voted most efficient water softener in the world by the Water Quality Association.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
ConnecticutSA.com.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Nia.
Hi, Nia. It's Jennifer. Did you know that Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, I work here.
Okay. I was just double checking. Get it?
Because Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, you get me, Nia.
You could say that I double get you.
I guess we've taken it too far.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Quarterback Jordan Love isn't just on Green Bay's team. He's also on the American Family Insurance team. Because like us, he believes in dreaming fearlessly.
Just chase your dreams and don't let nobody hold you back.
And we help protect those dreams with the right coverage so you can
dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
There's a reason Intuitive Services Group handles our janitorial needs here at 94.1. They're local and serious about cleanliness. From nightly cleaning to detailed floor care, they deliver. We trust them, and you can too. Call Mo at 830-470-3007. That's 830-470-3007.
If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
I was on my way to Schlotsky's for lunch on Pear and Beidel, but the line was out the door. So the hot dog place is right next to it, so and they got good dogs, so grab a dog for lunch, and they had a hat there that had Joe Reinagel written all over it. Took a picture of it, like, Reinagel's going to want this hat. It says, I love wieners.
That's what it said.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
This is Jason Minix. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Damn it, Jaguar. You can't let your wife be the boss of you, man. You're letting your wife make the plans. You tell her, hey, woman, it's $2 Tuesday at the ballpark. We're going to watch the game, crush some beers, and you're going to drive me home.
What the hell's a Jaguar anyway?
I don't know.
It's a dude who's a Jaguar, but his last name is Aguilar.
Jaguar.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Like a Corpus Christi Jaguar? A&M Corpus Jaguar?
No, they're the Islanders.
No, A&M San Antonio is the Jaguars. That's right.
But because Jaguar is not going to the game now, his 4-pack is back up for grabs. So let's do caller number 5. You'll win a 4-pack to the Missions tonight for $2 Tuesday, where you can crush a bunch of $2 beers.
Think of this,
and make your wife drive you home.
You can go watch fine baseball game. Drink $2 beers.
And the Missions are playing the hated Corpus Christi Hooks.
Our arch rivals.
Ooh, they're nemesis.
Or you can go down to Nyosa, spend money to go in and buy $9 beers.
That's right.
It's an economic decision that
with tickets.
Let's talk about $2 beers, $9 beers. You're telling me I can drink 4.5 beers for the price of one?
Well, yeah. If you choose to do it that
Bubba.
way.
It ain't even a discussion. I mean, you can go to Nyosa, too. It'll be fun.
Slamming a 10 down and getting 5 beers.
Gilbert says he calls all his female friends woman.
Woman?
Listen, man.
So you don't have a lot of female friends, do you?
Listen, my wife knows. She walks the line. She knows, hey, we're going to that ball game. I'm getting wasted. You're driving me home. And you're going to give me a foot rub when we get home.
That's your life.
You know, Not everybody's got it like that. I get it.
No one does really.
But you know, I am the master and commander of my house, unlike some of you guys who just roll over and take it.
Then again, you live alone.
Yeah, but that's beside the point. Let's wrap up the show the way we always do by taking a look at the daily lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered, yeah!
The Milwaukee Bucks. They are at the Indiana Pacers. Pacers 8-point favorites at home. Can the Bucks hang?
Man, after what we saw last night, I still will stand by the same thing I believed last night. In Milwaukee, there's some grown-ass men. Can they win? Probably not, but I'm not going to go out without a fight. That's a big line at 8.
Well, the Heat didn't go out.
I know, and that was pathetic. You know what? No, they're not going to be able to cover.
And it's in Indiana, too.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to cover.
I just think it was so demoralizing, and I think, like we talked about Giannis leaving, we're not the only ones talking about that. You don't think they're talking about that in Milwaukee?
Oh, they're
you don't think the rest of this team is looking around going, "Oh, when Giannis leaves, we're basically gonna be the Wizards." Like, I got news for you, Bubba. I don't think spirits are real high in Milwaukee. Pistons plus 5.5 at the Knicks. I like the Pistons tonight. I think the Pistons at least hang in this game. I don't see them getting crushed.
Yeah, I think the Pistons of all the teams look in the mirror and go, "Damn it,
we're better than
these guys." But
how about this one? Celtics Magic. Celtics minus 11.5. Big number.
Big number at home. They shoot better. This is when the others go off. The Pritchards, the Whites, those guys.
Did you see that Pritchard travel the other day where he he jump stepped and then he took 2 more steps. It was crazy.
It's kind of when that happens, that's the NBA telling him, "Congratulations, young man, you've made it."
There's no rules for you
You are
anymore.
now an NBA award winner, and you have now made it, and you are now allowed. The rules no longer apply to you. Look at LeBron; he can walk all the way half court. We're not going to call traveling on him.
It's just absurd. I mean, it was like one of the and he's done it a couple times. Like I saw one where he jab stepped and was going to shoot a 3, but then he realized he wasn't behind the line, so he took
a little tippy-toe back,
just tiptoed back a couple times.
You know, the grand scheme. There's the law. And then there's the intent of the law. We're going to go by the intent.
Yeah, he's always finding a wiggle. And the last game tonight, the game worth watching, I think, the Nuggets Clippers. The Nuggies, 1.5-point dogs at home,
which is nuts, but it makes sense. I think the Clippers are going to beat them.
I think the Clippers do too. Mm-hmm. I think they get the old job done. On the ice tonight, we got 4 games.
You gonna be able to make it through tonight?
An 8:30 start for the Knights. I think I can get through it. I'm not guaranteeing it. And if they are down 3-0 in the first, I'm gonna throw my hands up and leave.
Well, don't.
Well,
after last night, we saw Tampa.
The
Panthers
that's
come back.
true. The Maple Leafs lead the series 3-1, but there's been a bunch of overtime games. This has been a really well played series. Toronto minus 170 tonight, hosting the Senators. The Hurricanes lead 3-1 over the Devils. Vicky Valancourt is the Devil, and I think she's done. That might be the last time I say that lame dad joke. Carolina minus 270 tonight, so I expect the Devils to go home. The Vegas Golden Knights take on the Minnesota Wild. Vegas minus 225. That one's tied up at 2 apiece.
Who has the better goalie?
I mean, if you say who had the better goalie all season long, it was Vegas.
So who has the hottest goalie?
Who's had the hot goalie has been Minnesota.
So playoffs, don't we bet the hot goalie?
Usually, but I can't bet against
I know,
it.
but I mean, just in my history of the NHL, I always
You're probably right, and I'm going to be pissed off about it. But and then the Kings play the Oilers. This series is miraculously tied at 2. The Oilers have clawed their way back into it. Tonight, the Kings minus 135 favorites over the Oilers. In Major League Baseball today, Chris Paddock and the Twins go up against Tanner Bybee and the Guardians. Guardians minus 150. Carlos Rodon goes for the Yankees. They're minus 150 in Baltimore. Kyle Gibson for the O's.
Kyle Gibson?
Yep. Not a made-up person. I've heard of him before. Shota Imanaga goes for the Cubs today.
Yes, sir.
Minus 140 are the Cubs in Pittsburgh to take on Andrew Haney and the Pirates. Miles Michaelis goes for the Cardinals. Cincinnati Reds send Brady Singer to go up against them. Reds minus 140 at home. Mackenzie Gore for the Nationals. They're at Philly. Zach Wheeler going for the Phils. Phillies minus 190. Royals at Tampa. That's Michael Lorenzen at Taj Bradley. Taj Bradley and the Rays minus 155 today. Garrett Crochet minus 140 on the road, taking on Bowden Francis and the Blue Jays. Eduardo Rodriguez goes for the Diamondbacks. They're at New York to take on the Mets. David Peterson goes for the Mets. They're minus 140. A lot of minus 140s today. Freddie Peralta and the Brewers are minus 240.
There you go.
On the road. Well, that doesn't make sense. Oh, yes, it does, friend. They're taking on Bryce Wilson and the Chicago White Sox.
Look out, man. Those White Sox are mean.
And the White Sox have already won a game this week, so what are the odds they're going to win two? That's crazy. Stop it, friend. I saw something like if you look back over the last 2 or 3 years, how many times can a team say they've lost 14 of their last 16 games? Oh. And there were a couple teams that were like 3 times, 2 times. Okay. The White Sox were like 17 times.
Imagine that every day you knew when you got to work, you were going to get your ass kicked. Every day.
It sucks,
You woke up knowing, yep, we're going to lose today too.
Sucks. Jacob Lopez and the Athletics go to Arlington to take on the Rangers. Jacob deGrom goes for the Rangers. They're minus 205.
DeGrom's been throwing. He just can't get the win.
Yeah, you can't get any support. Well, I mean, hell, they couldn't give Patrick Corbin any support. They could have won yesterday on Patrick Corbin Day. Ryan Gusto, mucho gusto, goes for the Astros. They're minus 120 hosting the Tigers. Reese Olson goes for the Tigres, and the Braves go to Colorado. Braves minus 200 on the road. Jack Kakonovich.
You say it.
Kakonovich. Put my Kakonovich. Kakonovich. I think that's right. I don't know. Kakonovich.
There you go.
Kakonovich.
A lot of hocking going on. A lot of cracking and spitting.
Need a napkin?
Jack Kakonovich. Jack Kakonovich. Goes for the Angels. They're going to Seattle to take on Bryce Miller and the M's. Mariners minus 185. Logan Webb goes for the Giants. They're minus 125 in San Diego. Nick Pivetta going for the Pods. And Sandy Alcantara goes for the Marlins. They're headed to the Dodgers. Dodgers, a sparse 200 favorite. Minus 200. You never know. We'll see. We'll see if they can
lines around the world
eke it out.
Did you see what happened yesterday in Europe and Spain particularly where the power went out everywhere?
No.
Like midway through the Spanish Open, like everything just stopped. They lost phone service. They lost power. They lost communication. I'm looking at the makeups from yesterday. Well, they don't know what
were they playing. Were they playing soccer?
Well, there was the Spanish Open was going on as they prepare for the French Open, and then
tennis.
Tennis that went dark. I think there were some soccer games that went dark, but the whole country went black yesterday.
Sucks for you guys.
Nightmare.
What do you guys got? Texas's power grid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Greg Abbott running your power grid span.
Yeah, we traded
Losers.
it with them.
Yeah.
We told them it was good.
Yeah. Jaguar said she heard all that. Now you're in the doghouse. AJ, you need a roommate. Dude, all you got to do is say, babe, that's not me. That's that jerk on the radio. I said we're doing what you want to do because you already gave up your tickets. So now is when you say, babe, you're the boss. You like what you say goes. Or you could be a man and tell her you're going to the damn ball game. But we already know
We're
you're
here
soft
to
as
save
hell,
marriages,
Jaguar.
not to rack them.
Soft-ass Jaguar.
Which I can't stop saying.
I'm not going to be roommates with a soft-ass dude.
He's a Jaguar.
All right, friends, Blitz coming up at 2. We'll be back tomorrow. Do it all over again.
Riding the work with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. It's the Morning Huddle, KTFM Floresville.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your boat, boat wins.
What are you going to do? Take the boat out for a spin or go mail something? Boat wins! Are we cleaning the patio or taking the boat out fishing? Boat wins! Are we skipping that eye exam to go sailing? Boat wins!
Rescheduling eye exams can be a nightmare.
All right, fine. Eye exam, then boat.
Yeah! With Progressive, you can bundle your boat with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings on your boat.